Nope.
Some of these anime movie posters are like really dope. Like I'm just saying, this is really cool art. I've never watched an anime movie, so
What?
I watch anime. I've never watched an anime movie though.
Okay. Then you're excused.
So,
Manga's
Australia?
better.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a really hard question. Oh, what would it look like? That's a good question.
Well, we don't have to do this one in order because whoever's got an idea, feel free to jump in.
Let's see. Yeah, Jin can start, I guess. So basically, she's basically mid-transformation between her, with her like her purple robe on the one side, and then her samurai form on the other side, with the showing off the kimono, and in the side showing her purple changeling side, she's holding Eldritch Blast, in the right, in her samurai form, she's holding a katana. That's probably what she would be look like in the poster. Really badass.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anyone else?
I think I'd have an idea. Oh, go ahead, guys.
No, go ahead. I wasn't about to say anything.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess it would be like it'd be like a wide shot, and then it would be like Gravod next to the camera, wearing his like his all silver like monk thing with like the dragons all over it, and then it'd be like other dragon gods with like an army of like different colored dragon boards, and then like there's like the cutoff of like No Man's Land, and there's a bunch of demons and Tiamat in the back. Like it's just a big clash. That's what it'd be. That would be what the non-canon movie would be about. You know, something like that. But yeah. That would be it. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Who's got next?
Yeah, Jerry will probably tower like above everyone in the back. His great sword is like leaning on his shoulder, wearing his red armor and mask covering all of his face. With red gems where the eye is supposed to be.
Perfect. Someone needs to actually make this fan art, please.
Who here can draw?
Nope.
Kinda.
Not
Sorta?
in the slightest.
Sakura's volunteered.
I didn't volunteer. Maybe a friend. Look, drawing is my thing.
It's gonna be awesome.
No,
it's gonna be final.
Look.
Could just commission
It's gonna be
someone
nice
to
digital as well.
Thing, if you look at
Painting
my
is my
drawing,
kind of thing. You can pay me.
Yeah. If you look at my drawings, you might think I have early onset Alzheimer's. Like I'm
I'm also already working on an artwork at the moment, so don't have time for that right now. But I'll think about it.
What would Sakura look like in the artwork if it were to be made?
So she's a pretty awkward person. So she would probably just be like standing. She has I mean, it's kind of like a photograph, I guess. So she's like got her best kimono on. That her grandfather made. Her hair, like pink hair, like neatly tied up and stuff. She's like got her hands in front of her, just like standing very politely and up straight, like an awkward smile, trying to like hide the huge amount of shit that she has behind her back. And her pseudo dragon that barely ever gets mentioned, and the pink one is just kind of like holding a teapot, like flying with a teapot just next to her. So she's just like, you know, those really awkward people in family photos where they're just there like, okay, we're taking a picture now. That's her.
Great. And then what about Australia?
I guess Estrella would be leaning onto her staff, looking off into the distance while having a look of like giving up on everything, yet trying to hide it.
All right. So with that, we go over to last time as our party made their way out of Kunasa. Elias met with a mysterious figure bearing gifts. He accepted these gifts before joining the others as they boarded their airship and took to the skies, heading off to earn their water rings. The Temple of the Topaz Champion, which held the trials, was not far from Taton, and our heroes caught their first glimpse of the Crane clan capital as they came into land near the temple. There, beside the flowing river, Grovard led the party inside. He was immediately greeted by an excited Dragonborn, though she took offense that he didn't recognize her and turned to continue her conversation with a Shizui river ronin. The Shizui seemed curious about the new arrivals, seemingly having come to earn his own water rings there as well. The temple was filled with a number of these ronin, and as well as many monks and a handful of Dragonborn. Some were tending to the temple, while others trained in the Zen gardens. There was a heavy-set Dragonborn who was leading the training and seemed overjoyed to see Grovard and agreed to take you all to see the champion. There, the party was introduced to a towering topaz dragon hunched over his hoard of magic items. This was Hinaga Tenshiro, the topaz champion and previous winner of the Iranian Games. Noticing the party, Hinaga almost burst with excitement. He was thrilled to have Grovard back and even happier to see who he'd brought with him. Sakura started to greet him, but the champion declared that they'd already kind of met before, and apparently he'd been there when the Monkey King stole something precious from the heavens, and so had she. Though he was eager to discuss this business, he seemed more eager to experience one of Sakura's famous tea ceremonies. So he sent for someone to retrieve his special tea leaves, which had been steeping in his lair, whilst the party got to talking about Daichi. The champion seemed unsure that those sitting before him would be capable of defeating Daichi Tatsuo, but, well, especially when some of their power was already given to them by the tattooed monks under Daichi's control. But if this group was to truly overthrow the Blue Dragon, they would need help. They would need an army. As matters shifted to the Demon Monkey King, Hinaga questioned Jerry and Estrella about their involvement in his death, and when asked what happened to the ones who actually struck the final blows, Sakura began to realize who he meant and dove deeper into her tea ceremony, focusing on the horrible smelling leaves she had to work with. Eventually, the party all realized that the son of Shiba he was referring to was Seto, and showed him the egg that they had with them as a revelation that was quite unexpected by the champion. And as he pondered the meaning of it, Sakura finished her tea ceremony, and the entire group enjoyed a strong cup of the Topaz champion's best. Before long, many began to notice something strange. Colors around them began to shift as the world itself began to melt, and a cold sensation gripped their tongues as the drugs took hold. A paranoia began to set in, and as they were all confused and high as kites, our party began quickly searching for magical remedies and counters to the poison. As some of them were able to break free, the Topaz champion began growling with rage. "You would dare try and steal from me," he bellowed as he seemingly noticed someone rifling through his hoard and immediately assumed that the party was involved. They tried to convince him otherwise, Jerry curing him of his delusions with divine radiance as Sakura tried her best to bring him back to his senses. June, however, realized that the danger they were in and sealed the dragon behind a wall of force until he could be reasoned with. Then dashed outside to see what was going on. Thankfully, it wouldn't take long for Grovard to convince his master that they meant him no harm, and to assure him that they would defend his temple. Then, in a flash of crackling energy, Grovard bolted through the doors, rushing past Estrella as she'd discovered a room full of river ronin trying to steal a box of magic items. The guards were already moving in to fight them, but two quickly turned to ice and were dispatched by the ronin, and the fight was on. Our heroes sprung into action, and as the battle kicked off, the dragon was released from June's wall of force, though it didn't come to join their fight. It seemed he'd moved elsewhere. This started to make sense when our party discovered that the thieves they were fighting were only simulacrum of the real Ronin, a distraction. Finishing off the snow clones, the party rushed in different directions trying to find the real Ronin, and Elias made his way back towards the entrance of the temple, warning the monks and guards along the way of attack and prompting them to start searching for intruders as well. He then found the Ronin that they had met before and asked to speak with him. Grinning beneath his mask, the Ronin graciously accepted and asked Elias to step into a room on the side to talk. But noticing the trap, Elias instead sent a crossbow bolt through the paper wall and into the side of the Ronin, drawing blood and proving that he was indeed real. Meanwhile, Sakura had flown over the temple walls towards the river where a number of Ronin were making their getaway with several boxes of loot, and June caught up to her with a dimension door, but arrived just in time to get blasted in the face with water and slammed into the wall. They fought back as best they could, but the Ronin managed to get to the other side of the river and summon a tsunami of over 300 feet tall. The wall of water crashed down over the temple as Jerry enlarged himself to protect Z, and Grovard rushed towards the wave. June and Sakura, however, made it through to the other side, where the Ronin pelted them with hail and assaulted them with water, knocking them both out before they could retaliate. Now we return just moments later as the wave descends and Estrella tries to do something, tries to desperately outrun it. So we jump back into combat. Estrella, it is your turn.
Oh, yeah. Now let's see. Do I know what's on the other side of the wave?
Yeah, you guys should be able to see a little bit better now the stuff that you've explored. So you are technically up on the roof, but you can't see through the wave, though you know the river is on the other side there.
And that's all I need to dimension door. Let me see if I can. I'm pretty sure at least that's what the spell says. Let's see, it's a 4. Give me it. Blah blah blah. Locations.
Yeah, I think you can just determine a direction and go as far as you want in that
place. One you can visualize, or one you can describe. So, yep, that is perfectly. So, a dimension door it is.
Okay. Where are you trying to dimension door to? I need you to give me tell me how you're casting the spell and what you actually say, because that will determine where it puts you.
I'm just saying, take me to the nearest Sakura tree that isn't covered in the wave. That is basically what I say.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to roll a D100 for me, because that is vague enough. There are many Sakura trees around here, so I'm going to assume you're trying to go in the right direction, but...
Yeah, not bad. Oh, 100.
10.
Oh.
It's 100.
It's like...
It says 10.
He rolled a 10 and a 0. That's what he...
But the game says 10.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Oh, on the screen. Never mind. I saw a 10 and a 0. I was like, oh shit, he rolled a 100. Oh, fuck.
No, 100 is 0, 0, 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you can't get 0%.
Because that was under 10, that's going to send you just to the other side of the wall, and you will arrive at the nearest Sakura tree that was basically on the other side of the wall to where you were. But now you can see that the wave does not extend all the way up to the north. You would actually be able to get around it from where you've gotten, and you are now, from where you're standing, able to just faintly see a Ronin on the other side of the river through the wave. I think you should be able to see that on the map.
Yep, I can see the Ronin, yes.
So yeah, if you had gone to where you were asking what you had originally hoped, you might have dropped right in the middle of all of them. So maybe it's not as bad luck as you think, but it's up to you, as you've still got your movement. That was just your dimension door.
Yep, let's just move, and that should be all the movement. As I recall, which means Jerry, it's your turn.
Okay, I will say you are standing in the path of the wave. Are you sure that's where you want to move to?
Let me see. Ah, the path. Let's see. Nope. Better there. Ah. There. Oh, okay, I can move it perfectly. So it stands there. Let me just check that I didn't move too far. Yep, it fits.
Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. So, I guess that takes us on to Jerry. Jerry, what would you like to do?
Yeah, is Jerry inside of the wave right now?
Yeah, you are currently, you have been hit by the wave, and Z, you're sort of holding on to Z and protecting her there.
So does it help my movement because I'm holding G?
Yeah, well, if you want to try and hang on to her, then yeah, you will be dragging her with you, and we'll consider her grappled, which would mean half movement. But if you want to try and move within the wave, you're going to have to give me an athletics check, and then you will be using your swimming speed if you have one.
No, so it's half my movement, I assume.
So you're very quiet.
Yeah, it will be half my movement.
Yeah, so it'll be half your movement if you don't have a swimming speed and you succeed on the athletics check. And if you want to drag Z with you, we'll make it the same athletics check. So I'm not going to quarter your movement, but you will have to succeed on that. So you can give me an athletics check now if you want to try and move. So I think actually if you just move, it should prompt. I set it up so the wave is actually working. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just it's double Jerry's.
That's just where you started. It sort of leaves an after image to know where you moved from originally. Okay, yeah, you are easily able to just start powering your way through. Well, it's not easy, but you are dragging Z behind you, and
How wide
you
is
manage to make.
the wave?
Sorry, say again. I can.
How wide is it? Like how many feet do I have to go to come out on the other side?
Right now, you're basically in the middle of it. You've got. It is continuously moving in the opposite direction, but now, are you on the outside of the building or on the inside?
It's still on the inside.
Okay, yeah. So you're sort of right up in the corner of this as the roof around you is beginning to crumble under the weight of the water, and you know that it's going to keep moving in that direction. So you're about halfway through.
Halfway through with all of my movement, or
With that movement that you've just taken is,
yeah,
I
I
think,
moved
with your
5 feet. Can move more.
did you only move 5? Look, because
Wait, I'm
you large,
big,
remember?
so
So
10. Yeah. So
you
technically
move
I
a
have
bit further.
2 more feet. I use my action to dash, so I'll guess I get out on the other side.
Yeah, so this is all. I mean, you're swimming through this right now, so it's you can move around it however you like. Everything is crumbling around you, but you are in the water. So where are you trying to end up? Because it's just half your regular movement.
Yeah, on the other side of the wave. Like where the enemies are. I assume on the left side.
Oh, are you saying because you can't move through the wall?
I think I can. Okay, now I can. I don't see anything to my left because of the wall, probably.
There's another wall.
Yeah.
So where are you trying to go? I don't understand.
To the left. Keep heading left.
Okay,
Through the
there's two
wave.
walls in your way. What are you doing about those?
You said the first one was destroyed.
The ceiling is destroyed, so are you swimming up through the wave and trying to go over there?
Yeah, so far it didn't understand you correctly. Yeah, I'll swim up.
It's like 250 feet of water. You're in a tsunami. Like, I don't understand what it is you're trying to do.
No, because last
And
time
I
you
don't know
said
how much
the wall.
movement you have. So
Last time you said the wall broke, so I assume they're gonna go through the wall.
the paper walls are crumbling around you. You're inside the building while this is happening. And with your strength check, you're trying to drag Z and swim through all the debris. So yeah, I'm being very generous with only giving you half movement. But what do you I don't know how much that is. I don't know how much your max movement is. So how much movement have you got?
I can't move anymore.
Okay, so that's 15 feet.
Yeah, it's about half.
Okay, yeah. If 12 is what is your I don't understand. Just
25.
tell me your movement speed.
25.
Okay, yeah. Then that's fine. You manage to get to there, and you are just blinded by all the rubble and everything, but you are on the other side of the wall and sort of clinging onto the top of it at this point with one hand while you're holding onto Z with the other, and the wave is rushing past you. Is that all you want to do?
Yeah, I'll end it here. Just keep holding
Okay.
onto G.
All right, and with that, we head over here to this little corner of the map where Sakura, I'd like you to give me a death saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that is a failure.
Mm.
Okay, what happened there? Why did Sakura have 27 hit points all of a sudden? You are muted, Sakura.
Yeah, I knew that. It was intentional. Keeping
Very
everyone
sorry
in
about failing the
suspense.
death
But yeah, I forgot to put it to 0 health points last time in D&D Beyond, so I did that now.
Okay, I see. Also, Grovard, I noticed that your key points weren't being spent. You are keeping track of those somewhere, right?
Oh, on my D&D Beyond, yeah. I'm keeping track.
Okay,
of
cool. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I have 9 key points left, yeah.
Yeah, no, just making sure. Because sometimes if you're tracking it on one, it doesn't track on the other. But
Yeah, no worries.
so yes, then in that case, Sakura, that is going to be your first death save failed, and I think that's just going to take us on to June.
All right, let's hope the Will Wheaton curse is gone from my PC. I had a cleric come in yesterday to bless it up, so let's give it a shot.
Nope, same.
That is actually impressive
No.
that they both roll the same.
Oh gosh.
You might want a
Your
refund.
return has cursed me. Yeah.
Oh,
At least it's not that
So-
one. Yet.
Wow. Okay, so you both failed, which means June, you, as you are sitting there, as you are unconscious, in your unconscious mind, you begin to experience a vision of yourself floating on a giant white lotus lily somewhere on a dark sea. There is a giant turtle that emerges from the sea, and sitting on its nose is a small white fox. As Primadon emerges, and Sakura is just sitting looking down at you on his nose. Sakura, you are also experiencing this as you feel your ears twitch before you sort of turn and instinctively growl at the turtle, just everything telling you suddenly that there is danger coming from this creature, and you can see June down below on a giant white lotus. I'll give you guys a moment. What would you like to actually do?
Wait, why am I on his nose? How did I get there?
You were under the water, and it feels like you've just sort of fallen asleep and moved into a dream.
Just gonna try and swim towards June. Just like frantically.
Yeah, you can easily sort of jump down his. This thing is massive. It's like you are on a small island, and you are able to sort of jump down towards June with ease.
Yeah, just gotta hope she catches me.
Yeah, I'll use a nice mage hand to just catch her midair and just float her down to the lily.
Can I also just contact her telepathically? Do you know what's going on here?
No, not at all. This is new to me. But I think we should go away from that thing.
As you are saying this, you see this turtle's eyes. They may be the size of entire cities, are filled with fear before they slowly turn a sickly white, and tendrils begin to rise up out of the water as the skies turn black. And June, you feel a hand grip your ankle.
I'll look down towards my ankle now.
As you look down, you see a small man with the head of a fish gripping your leg and pulling, trying to drag you into the water. You see his bulbous eyes look almost impossible to read, but something tells you that he's trying to help. And yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do before we move on to the next step?
I'm kind of hoping that
I don't trust this
June is like
person. I'm gonna kick at it.
Ah, fuck.
okay.
No. I accidentally rolled initiative again. God damn it. You move me back.
I mean, I'm assuming that June like caught her and like held on to her, right? Because if not, she's gonna try and like get to June and like clutch on so that they don't get separated. Because that doesn't seem like great. So basically, Sakura is just trying not to get separated from June. So this doesn't seem like a great place to be alone in.
Okay, and June, what did you say you were doing?
I'm literally just kicking at this fish head looking dude.
Okay, yeah, well, as we, I don't want to leave it on too much of a cliffhanger, so we're going to do it like this. As you start sort of kicking away at them, you see more and more of them rising up as more and more of these tendrils rise up from the dragon turtle, and you see its entire face start to become like just engrossed and in like completely tied up with these tentacles, very similar to the face of mind flayers that you've seen before. These Kuatoa twist the lotus under your feet and bring you both down into the water with them. As they grab at you, they begin dragging you down underwater. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, I don't want Sakura to be brought down with me, so I'm going to do my best to use my mage hand to pick her up, and just because she's in her little fox form, so she should be quite.
No, Sakura's trying to be pulled down with you, so she's gonna try and hold on.
I'm sending you back up. Fuck you! I'm sending you back up. I don't want
She's like holding on. She's like, no, I won't be separated.
I'll
You
do my
see,
best
as you
to.
guys are like having this telepathic argument, you see the lion turtle bearing over and starting to dip into the water above you, like trying to chase after you. So if you want to move Sakura out, like now's the time to try and get it past, but it's almost above both of you.
You know what?
Sakura's
She's
trying
probably
to.
win the battle. I'd let her win. she should be dragged down with me, I guess.
Nice.
There's not really good options here.
Yeah, no, she'll just say like telepathically that she thinks right now that it's best if we don't get separated. So whatever we're doing here, we're gonna do it together. You have no choice.
Okay.
Nice. The
Alright.
last stage of grief, acceptance.
Yeah,
As,
I'm already at
as
that
you are
level.
So as you are pulled beneath the waves by what seems like hundreds of kuatoa, you are dragged deeper and deeper down into the cold darkness. And then that is where we will move on to Z's turn as she just screams in bubbles, trying to hang on to you, Jerry, as best she can. And yeah, can't really do much, I don't think. So at this point, you see the Ronin that is across Grovard. You can sort of barely just see this through the waves. You see that the Ronin, one of them is looking straight at June, and it looks like he's getting ready to go for the killing blow, and hesitates for a moment, and then just looks to the left at this wall of water, and you see him begin to summon ice into his hands, and he is going to cast Wall of Ice. And try and freeze the tsunami.
TPK. TPK.
Oh, and I'm in the water. Oh no. That's not good. It's not great.
Okay, hold on. I got some cool effects for this one.
Mm. Oh, that's really dope. Yeah. Looks straight out of Frozen. I think I've seen that animation before.
Well, this guy goes. He's it's cooler than Elsa, but not by much. Let's see. So that you see him just turn and blast at the wall with this explosion of ice that runs along the ground up the back of the wave, and you see it solidify an entire section of this tsunami, which does reduce the amount of water a little bit, but you see the part that you and Jerry unfortunately are standing in. You are both completely engulfed in ice as this tries to freeze around you. I need both of you to make a dex saving throw. Or let me double check the mechanic. I'll post it in the chat. Yeah, I think it's either a dex or a strength. Yeah, dex saving throw.
Okay.
And because you are in the water, you've got disadvantage. That was the thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, from Jerry and Z's also going to have to make it, and Grovard dex saves or be frozen in this wall of ice.
Thank God. Oh,
All right, Grovard,
Mhm.
you passed it by 1.
Oh, dude, I was
So-
so hesitant whether you to park some bullshit. I was thinking about some bullshit, but yeah.
And yeah, Jerry, you are, because you are still sort of underneath the wall, you are able to kind of use that as cover and avoid getting completely frozen in this, and pull Z into yourself, so you are neither of you are frozen. However, you are going to take half damage, which
I take no damage.
can you? Oh yeah, because evasion. Nice.
Yeah.
Let me just. Man, sorry. This one's it's a feature, not a spell, so it's not rolling properly. 10 DC. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so that's 28 reduced to 14 to you, Jerry. How the hell did Grovard tank that? Okay. Actually, Grovard, can you describe to me how you... Oh, your turn's next, so you'll be able to do that in just a second. As neither of you are frozen in the wall of ice, but there is now a wall of ice. Oh, and you are pushed to one side of it if you are not frozen. So, Jerry, you are kind of pushed a little bit further back into the... And
Oh man, why
Grovard...
Am I pushed forward?
No, he gets to choose, unfortunately for you.
Yeah.
So you get pushed 5 feet sort of backwards off the wall, but you're still in the wave. So you guys are both still up there. But yeah, you are now going to have to break through that wall of ice to get through there. And Grovard, it is going to be... Oh, he also... That was just his action.
Oh.
So he is then going to just turn to the others and command them to run.
Mm.
And then I can switch these off.
God damn it. These motherfuckers. Mm.
Okay. So Grover,
Yes.
it is your turn, and you are now blocked by the wall of ice.
Okay.
What do you do?
What I would do is I would like to go through the ice, but the way I would attempt that is because when I do unarmed strikes, I can change it to do whatever elemental damage I want. And in this case would be fire. I would choose fire on the first one and try and break through the ice, try and melt through it really quickly. So that's what I would do. I'd try to break through
Okay.
it. I'd see if it's
So
possible.
I set up like 50 lightning effects. And then you're like, okay, this is the one time I'm gonna use fire.
Yeah.
You just crack me up. Okay, yeah, nice. So what are you using to do that? Is this your breath weapon?
It's Draconic Strike. So whenever I make a melee attack, I can choose whatever elemental damage I want the damage to be. And I choose
Okay,
fire.
but what does that look like? Is that...
Oh,
So
it
you're
just like comes out of
inside
my
the wave.
hands. Yeah, it comes out of my hands, and like I'd like just put my hand on it to just like conjure this elemental stuff, and I just put it on the ice and try and fucking just like slash at it, try and melt it out.
Okay, you can give me an attack and see how much damage you do.
Okay. Mm. Yeah, 10 fire damage.
Okay, so you start to see this steam bubbling up from underneath, and with that your hand starts like passing all the way into the ice, and you get your arm most of the way through, which, because you're not able to get it all the way through the ice with just one, but from this point you have got a good grip on the ice wall, so you'll have advantage on a athletics check to move in the water because you've got a base that you grip to.
Okay. So I can't make it through right now. I'd have to. It's not big enough hole.
Not with only that 10. You'll have to do more than that to get through.
Okay.
But it's quite a thick wall of ice that you've got at the moment.
All right. Ten more damage.
Okay, yeah, you can feel that you're almost all the way through. You've like basically just drilled this hole all the way through, and you can see the light coming through from the other side. But you feel like you're just a few more hit points away
Okay.
from breaking.
I'm gonna do flurry of blows. Try and make it all the way through. And these can't be elemental. These are just straight up just unarmed strikes. And now I'm just gonna try and rip my way through. Yes. Thank God.
All right, yeah, and with that, as you just go into this flurry of blows, you take that hole that you've made and just start blasting ice, and you see on the other side just these chunks of ice getting thrown out as it's sort of half melted, and these dragonborn hands just clawing through it as you manage to grip on the other side. You've created a hole for yourself, but you will need to give me an athletics check to try and pull yourself through it if you want to try and move, because the water is still pulling you in the other direction.
Gotcha. So I would have advantage? Or no? It's just a normal roll. Oh, goddamn. Alright, cool. Alright, that's it. That's my roll. Hmm?
Just DM's gone.
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, oh no, like, what the fuck happened?
He's calculating. Give him a sec. He's processing.
Ran out of RAM.
Strength is not my strong
So,
suit.
so could you guys not hear me there?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry, it got confused when I tried to move you through the wall. So you basically managed to get your body most of the way through, and you've now squeezed yourself to the point that you can sort of pop your head out the other side. But that's as far as you can get.
What was that? I didn't hear that last bit. No,
Have we lost our DM again?
I believe so.
Damn, Chrome's eating up all his RAM. No.
just imagining like
All
the
these
internet
particle
dial-up
effects are killing
sound.
his PC. He's got too many particle effects. The whole point is I'm just trying to do medicine checks on Sakura in June. They're fucking going on a roller coaster of emotions down there in the afterlife. I'm trying to save them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do in my spot as well.
If one of them rolls a natural one, I'm gonna be so sad.
It's
Don't say
happened
that.
before. That's how I lost one of my characters already. So if it happens again, I won't be surprised. Be like, oh, it happened again.
I'm looking for 2 nat 20s over there. That's what I'm looking for.
With the Will Wheaton curse I have, for some reason, it's not gonna happen, my guy. More likely to roll on that one than any
Yeah,
other
but
number right now.
remember those episodes he was on? He rolled that 1 nat 20 when it was important. he rolled that nat 20 on the inside check. It was great. You can do it. All I need is your luck to be like not completely horrible.
Well, DM's typing. Hang on, let's see.
Ooh. think my sound card exploded or something. 5-minute break. Okay.
Terrible.
Wait a second, you have sound cut down there, man. Like, I think I can't even recall. Wait, I think it was like two PCs ago that I had sound cuts.
I don't even know what a sound card is.
I'm pretty sure sound cards are included on most motherboards nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean like external one because that's what it sounds like. With that thing, like.
I like how he used the word exploded, like there was fire.
Wouldn't surprise me considering like I got a call from a friend of mine and I was like, why do he call now? Doesn't he work? And then he called because a PC on his workplace had basically crashed, and when I heard what it was like, the what's called like the CPU coolers mounting, it was like either someone installed it either it had broken the mount or someone had basically put it on like so in time it would basically fall off. And he then told me that it was like 90 degrees the CPU Celsius. And I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, then...
Hold on, let me convert that real quick to see how terrible that is. 194.
Yeah, that's pretty much like, I think the only CPU that could survive that would be the Durham, but those also was the reason why like CPU cooling became a thing. But man, it was sick. And then he came back to me and said like, oh yeah, now that we've with your help it now runs like 45 degrees. I'm like, yep, that's fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, we hear you.
45
Oh,
degrees
what the
Celsius is
fuck
also not very good. That's still really hot for a CPU. 45 degrees Celsius.
45 degrees Celsius.
That's 113 degrees Fahrenheit.
45 degrees Celsius is pretty normal, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so. Okay.
mine runs really cool.
Do you have liquid cooling?
No, I use air. Liquid cooling isn't really that effective. Air cool is the best way to go.
Yeah, it's shit.
Well, speaking of cooling, Grovard, you have managed to squeeze your way halfway through that ice wall. I don't know how much of that I actually got out. What's the last thing you heard?
You were like, we did the athletics check, and then there was nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to, with the 16. You only managed to squeeze your way most of the way through the wall. So you managed to sort of stick your head and your shoulders out the other side, but from just punching a hole through the wall, you're not all the way. Like the hole isn't quite big enough for you, if you know what I mean. So you're struggling a little bit. But you are inside the wall of ice, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw to avoid taking cold damage from all the cold air in here. But you are basically all the way out the other side. Okay, yeah, you fine. You won't take any damage with the 27.
Okay, cool.
You manage to kind of hold your breath and gasp the air on the other side, where the water has subsided, and you finally get a gulp of air. Is there anything else you want to do now that you are
Nope.
most of the way through?
That's it. If I can't move with my movement, then yeah, that's it. That's all I can do.
Yeah, what is your default movement?
My default movement is, I believe, 55. Yes, 55 speed.
Fuck.
55? Holy shit. Okay, yeah, that I sort of underestimated that quite a bit. So, yeah, with that, I'll say if you use all of your movement, you'll be able to get out the other side of the wall and
Yes.
pop down onto the ground.
Cool. I'll use all of it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll say you get to about there, and you manage to use all of that to just scramble and kick your way through the other side, and so you see now the River Ronin that are turning to run, and you can see June and Sakura lying unconscious under that tree.
All right.
Okay, so then is that
Yeah.
all you
That's
want to do?
it. Yeah.
Well, then, sorry, I'm gonna get messed up by all of that. So that guy's frozen. This guy. Okay, so it's the Ronin. So you see these guys now just grabbing what loot they can and just starting to book it out of there. And he's going to dash. Okay, so one of them has essentially gotten away. This one. Oh, okay. So yeah, you see that they are now fleeing the Grovard. However, Elias, we're sort of moving back over to what's happening your side of the world as you have fired that crossbow and you start moving around. You hear a bit of a commotion as you can hear armor clinking as these two come running towards you.
Oh dear.
And there are two more River Ronin that are up there, and you hear one of them going, "Hey, isn't that the guy? Yeah, that's him. What the fuck is he doing?" And they just start charging and barely even noticing the wave. As they get close, that is the movement dash with bonus action. So yeah, as they run up, you will see one of them conjuring up a bunch of knives, ice knives. So when my machine lags, I lag as well. That's why I'm so stuttered, because
I'm playing on a shitty laptop and I can tell you I feel that.
okay, yeah. So you see them running out towards you, and they are going to attack with Frostblade. Hopefully this works. Oh, you are more than 30 feet away. Oh yeah, they don't have the range even with the dash, so they're not going to do that. But you will see them summoning up a bunch of icy spells. One of them will cast an ice geyser, and no, that's not the one. Okay, you see there's two more Ronin running up to you, but they don't have the range to actually attack you.
Attack me.
Because I was a full Elias.
Right.
It is going to be your turn.
So, I should be familiar with the River Ronin, right?
Yeah, fairly. You might have seen them around Kunasa before. You can give me a history check to see how familiar.
Right. Yeah, specifically what I want is I just want to see like what the ideals are, kind of.
Cool, nice. Okay, so yeah, you definitely know about this clan, and they originally were a clan of disgraced samurai that they formed a clan to sort of earn back their honor was the original idea, but in recent years they have devolved into thieves, criminals, and assassins. And with that 22, you know that Shira really likes hiring them as assassins. They are quite effective because ice melts, so no one ever knows what the fuck killed these people. And you suddenly realize, that might not be a good thing.
And right. Well, then I'll just speak out to them. And what's your plan here? I have your man. What's his name? longer sitting there, I can put him down like a dog in a minute.
Okay,
And
you
would
can
you
give
look
me an
around you?
intimidation check.
And then just as well, look around you. You're surrounded, and I know you do not have the conviction to fight me.
So that's where June's rolls are. Yeah, I see. Elias has them.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
am
giving
a
you all the
rogue.
good luck, guys. Don't worry about it.
Thanks,
Ah,
man.
everyone thinks the rogue's going to steal your gold, but stealing your rolls is so much worse. So yeah, okay, with the 21, you definitely you give this air of that they probably don't want to fuck with you, but we'll have to wait until their turn to see what they do. As who are you? Yeah, I mean that's just what you're doing, sort of with your
Free
um
action.
yeah, with a
Yeah.
well, yeah, we're pushing it a little bit, but I'll say you've still got your turn with your movement and everything. So what do you want to do?
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus to insightful fighting the guy in the room alone. So he needs to roll a deception. Wait. Fuck. What do I need to roll?
Insight. Okay.
Right. Oh.
What the fuck? The minimum 10 thing gets me every time. I'm like, haha, you rolled a 4.
I'll be honest. I forgot that myself.
All right. Yeah. So you get the impression that he kind of peers out the door and he's looking at the other two with a look of excitement. And then when you say that, like, that they're surrounded, he looks a bit confused. And then you get the impression that he's suddenly not so confident and is just gripping the bleeding wound on his side.
Right. So I should have advantage on him.
Indeed.
And for my action, I'm just gonna ready, and if he moves at all, I'm putting a crossbow shot in him.
All right.
And that'll be it.
Cool. You're not moving at all yourself?
No.
All right. Nice. In that case, it is going to take us on to his turn. I might have switched two people's initiative around just so that we don't have to jump back and forth across the different scenes. But he is then going to, as he sees this and looks at the other two outside, realizes that he's trapped, and he's going to make a check. I'm going to roll for him. Oh, okay. So as he realizes that he is trapped, he is going to just look behind them, and the hand that is clutching onto his side, he's just going to thrust out towards you and blast a gust of water towards you and try and blast you backwards. And this will trigger
Would I get my
your
crossbow
attack.
shot off before that? Because I said just any movement.
Yeah, no, you see this happens sort of simultaneously, so your ready action will trigger, so you can make that attack.
Alright, dope. Oh, bye. And for damage.
Shit. Okay, he's nearly dead there. What was that? 32 sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He is nearly dead, but he does manage to get his spell off because he's still up.
Yeah.
rolls. Jesus Christ.
Alright. So I dex saving throw.
No, sorry, it should tell you now. Just
Alright.
it's frozen for me. So
Oh no.
I think that
It's okay.
wave is doing too much.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like,
okay. You don't need this many particle effects. You don't need them.
what the fuck? I think it's the same problem you guys are having with not being able to move your. Does it look like he's moved anywhere on your screen?
No. He's still sat just by where he was.
Okay. Okay, no, there's a strength saving throw. Or be not prone, and he needs. Yeah, he just makes a spell attack. So I'm just gonna roll it.
I've just rolled it.
Okay,
Apparently not.
that'll come into effect if he hits you. Okay, that was not so good. Just trying to double check what his spell attack was, but I think he's gonna miss.
Oh,
Yeah.
he did take a step
no,
forward.
that is a. Yeah, he tries to step forward and he blasts the water at you, but the crossbow bolt hitting him just throws him completely off target, and it just shrieks out as that one just hits him right in the just under the collarbone, and you can see him grimacing in pain as he kind of drops to one knee and misses his attack completely. Now, the lag is real, guys. Can you? Fuck, sorry. It's like it's so frustrating because there's literally nothing I can actually do about it. It's just my computer trying to kill itself.
Seppuku.
I can't test this stuff before we actually in a game because I can't stress test without all of you. Maybe version 9 will say that. I can't currently skip the turn, but I think it's going to be a bunch of the monks that are now going to get involved trying to help you out there, Elias. But we will.
Did you get all of the monks' names?
Yeah, all the NPCs have named.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know who you're going to talk to.
I was just looking at all of them like there's like clinging.
Yeah, they each get a descriptor and a name. So you will see. I will control them once I can control it again. But you will see one of the people that you notified. He will come in to try and help you with these Ronin, as well as two of the monks that were standing around there. And it looks like it's working again. So this one is going to run in and start attacking this guy. You see this woman come out going, "What the fuck is going on?" She's going to stand back to back with you to try and protect you from the Ronin. As everyone is now getting ready for a fight this side, you hear Hinaga roaring underneath the ground again. You now hear that sound is definitely coming from under the temple. but it is going to take us to who's turn?
The satyr.
Yeah, first it's the guy that's still. He's the one with the wave. So the wave is going to move on this turn as he starts to try and get away. So yeah, so the ice wall stays there as this wave continues forward, and I'm gonna need Jerry. You're gonna have to give me another strength saving throw, please. You're still in there, hanging on.
Yeah, it's way too far.
Yeah, can you by any chance request it, because it doesn't roll from D&D Beyond for some reason? Wait a second. Never mind. 23.
Okay, yeah, you succeed, so you will again take half damage as it is now almost all the way past you. You can see it now. Just there is a kind of gap between the wall and the wave that you are now sitting in, but you're still on the back end of the wave, and that is going to mean. Okay, so you're going to take another 12 points. Yeah, 12 damage from that as the tsunami passes overhead, and that Ronin is trying to run as best he can. The other one here is. Yeah, okay. This one, he also is tempted to just go for the kill, but sees Grovart crawling out of the wall, and he is also going to dash, try and get out of here. Okay. He'll ready his action and a straight. That takes us back to you.
Yeah. Well. I can see a nice little bush down there, down here. Right, let's see if I can. Down here. At least from what I can see, unless the water does something with the vision. So why don't we try the trick again? And this time basically wanting to be here with the dimension door.
Sorry, where? The one thing that is sort of blocking you is the ice wall, but you can vaguely see through it. But with your movement, you'd be able to easily make your way around it. Because the wave is coming right next to you now, so you can kind of walk just around it.
There, and then I can see perfectly down here, which thanks to that one I can basically use two. I use the dimension door to get here, and thanks to a nice little class feature, let me just see, I hope I didn't. Yes, perfect. I'm gonna use the target tune and use the class feature. The class feature. Let's see. Yeah, use feature. Healing light. Hopefully it doesn't go insane and just gives him like, nope. I'm not gonna roll that many dice.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Yeah, just roll the 66 separately.
Yeah, I'm just rolling that.
You don't roll at all.
No, it's because I basically asked it to do it there. So it's 9 healing to June. And then say, get Sakura on the feet. And that's pretty much all I can do that turn. Which
Okay, nice. June, you suddenly feel a release of pressure as you cough up a lungful of water and you find yourself lying on the grass beside the river, grasping for air, and you are back to consciousness with 9 hit points.
I
Nice.
did not hear no bell.
So, Jerry, you are still there on the tail end of the wave. What would you like to do?
You said I can see vaguely to the other side. Can I see either the water Ronins or Sakura? Like either
You
one
can
of
see
them?
a couple of, well, actually, give me a perception check. Let's see, because you are right up against it. Though there is the other wall is still in there. Okay, yeah, with an 18, you can see that there are a bunch of blue clad figures running in one direction, and you see this healing light that Estrella casts on the other side. So you can tell that uh, Estrella is casting that basically directly in front of you, and the Ronin are running off to the north. So they're heading up, and this you can see that this ice is, you'd probably be able to break through the wall if you were so inclined, but yeah, you can only barely see them through the other side.
So I'll use Misty Step to teleport to the other side if I have enough range, because I don't see exactly how far away it is.
Yeah, that you can do. So you can cast Misty Step if you just use that. Are you in Foundry?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you
I can
should be
see.
able to just cast it with Foundry and actually click where you want to step to.
Yeah, I don't think anything is happening.
Does it not give you the grid? Oh, what the hell? All right. Well, you can go. You're going. It's what's it? 30 feet.
Yeah, towards Sakura.
Yeah. So you misty step through the ice, and arrive right next to Grovard, where he's sort of just crawled out of the wall.
Let's see the distance. Yeah, it's too far away. You know what? I'll tell Spike to teleport to the other side. Should I have rolled for Spike as well? Like 2 times already?
Yeah, but it's all right. We'll say that he was clinging onto a pillar there that sort of got destroyed, and then you call for him, and he teleports through to the other side.
Yes, so I'm not reaching Sakura. Or maybe I am. It's 5 feet to get on Spike, right?
Yeah.
Or half my movement. Okay.
No. It's only. I'll say it's only 5 feet.
So I'll use 5 feet of movement to get up. Then fly 40 feet towards Sakura. Oh wait, I'm large. Can I drop it? Let's see what I need to do to drop it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now.
How small are you when you're not large? Might I ask?
Small.
Oh, like
He's a mouse.
oh, he is mouse size when he's. Oh,
No, well, not like gnome size.
oh, okay. I see.
It
I
doesn't
think I've never
specify.
quite understood myself, to be honest.
It doesn't specify if it says I have what I have to do to drop the enlarge effect.
I think you can just drop it. I think you can dismiss most things.
Yeah, then I'll just do that. Bam. And it will be 5 feet to get off. Then I'll action to dash. So I have 40 feet left. Which still isn't enough. Nice.
I can heal her on my turn, just so you know.
Yeah, but her turn is next.
Oh yeah, fair enough. And that one can still ruin our dreams. Yay!
I
Oh,
will
yeah.
say, Jerry, as you arrive, this like the healing light, the holy aura that you bring, I'd like you to give me a religion check, please. Just
This is going to
this
be
can be
horrible.
passive, or you can try and interact, but I think this is just a passive effect of your aura.
Like
Plus
an
5.
homebrew effect because I'm not aware of anything.
No,
yeah.
no, no. So, what?
Well, yeah, I think Sakura might
And
understand.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I play a paladin. Because, I mean, technically, death saves are saving
advantage.
throws.
Yeah.
No, plus your charisma. Wait, no,
yeah.
fuck, not paladin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's paladin. Aura of protection.
Yeah.
But I still don't think you're close enough. You're not
No,
close
so
enough.
Jerry,
1 feet away.
as you run and you just use everything you've got to just get there as fast as you can, you just manage to get to the base of the tree, and you can see that Sakura, like you can see her body just twitching and like heaving. You can see that it looks like she's drowning, but that is, I think, going to take us on to Sakura's turn. Unless there's anything else you wanted to do there, Jerry, or say anything.
I think I can do anything.
Okay, then Sakura, I would like you to roll a death saving throw, please.
Is this the bad timeline?
Don't say that
not.
now. Oh wow. Okay, she's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Phew, okay. Not a nat
So
one.
Sakura, yeah, but that's like right on the line there. And as you June, you and Australia, you both see Sakura just sort of coughing and heaving, and as Jerry arrives, you see that aura light up part of the tree, and you can see these like golden fibers throughout the tree as the wind begins to rustle, and you see some of these cherry blossom petals begin to drop from the tree onto Sakura. And it might look stupid and cheesy, but whatever. the
Yeah, that's. I rolled
so
the
you
nat 20. Did it do anything? Like, what was it for?
that's what your nat 20 was for. So with that nat 20, you basically alerted Sakura's father to what was happening here, and you guys are sitting right underneath a sakura tree in the sakura forest, and some of these petals begin to fall down onto your body, Sakura, as you and June and Jerry, all three of you feel this wave of healing energy wash over you, and you are going to get rolling. Okay, and each of you regains 6 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just under her breath, June will say, "Well, I guess the old man is watching." She's coughing up all this water.
Yeah, I see two Jerrys. One is like incorporeal
Yeah,
Jerry,
'cause
and one is.
you just misty stepped somehow.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know why it suddenly misty stepped. I think you must have triggered the thing that you were trying to trigger earlier.
Yeah, it's weird.
And also, I think you guys might have just double check. You were only supposed to get 6 hit points. I think you might have gotten 12.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
you
it gave
double
me
get
12.
it.
Oh, I think I did it
Yeah.
manually. I didn't know it. That's automatic.
Yeah, I also added it to you. That's
Yeah,
why. So
that's
just
why it
you
doubled.
guys each remove 6, but yeah, Sakura, you're on 6. So Sakura, you feel this heaving, like also just coughing up water, and that is going to be the end of your turn. But unless you'd gotten a nat 1 there, with all of that, with Jerry's nat 20, you are back. Taking us on to June.
Yeah, coughing up all this water. I'm just gonna start looking around, try to figure out what the hell's going on. Can I see these guys running away over here?
Yeah, you can see them bolting to the north.
Oh, excellent. Let me see here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna just rush up here and be like, "You're not getting away that easily," and I'm gonna cast a wall of force around these two. They are not leaving.
All right.
And let's see, I use 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I just use all my movement there. wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, I still have 5 feet of movement. And I'll just use my last 5 feet and just duck down behind here.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to get crazy with. It's like tempted to. Oh, I've got a cool wall of force effect, but I'm like, actually, let me not tempt.
Putting it just around them both, or is it like a line?
Just doing a small. Let's see, it's a radius of up to 10 feet, and that should be more than enough. So yeah.
So yeah, you're just making a bubble around it.
Pretty much. In fact, I can actually let me quickly check something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can actually get both groups. So I can also use 10 by 10 foot panels. So so one panel is going to be over here. So basically, 4 panels are going to be surrounding these guys, and one more panel on top, as well as this guy over here, right up here. So I can get all 3 of them in the wall of force. It doesn't say it has to be connected. Does it have to be connected? Which one? Oh, it has to be continuous. Never mind. Yeah, it's just around those 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. But
it would have been cool, but
yeah,
it doesn't allow. The spell doesn't allow it. It has to be a continuous line.
It's like Fortnite building at range. But okay, so you're just creating the bubble around the 2 of them.
Indeed.
Okay. And he just.
Oh my god, it's like exact.
What? So what level is Wall of Force?
It is a level 5 spell. So if you're going to attempt to counterspell it, it's a DC 15.
No, not that cruel. Don't worry. Okay. So those 2 are caught in a wall of force that you should be able to see there. And is that going to be your turn?
Indeed. As I also just duck behind this bit of rock over here, just for a bit of cover.
Cool. All right. That is going to take us on to Z, who has been left behind after Jerry Misty stepped and is now just stuck behind the wall. And you just hear her sort of shouting from the other side, "I'm coming!" But she's just scrambling up that side of the wall. She's going to start trying to break through it, or actually, she might just go and use the hole that Grovod. And you see Z slowly like pushes herself through the hole and fall onto the ground behind you, Grovard, and she goes, "Ah, what's happening?" Meanwhile, the Ronin, one of the Ronins that you caught, apparently, he just exclaimed that he just seems fucking annoyed by this, and is going to just double checking. Yeah. So, as he looks around, you hear him say, like sort of muffled by this, but he goes, "Fuck it, let's get the giant," and he is going to Misty Step.
And he's gonna be counterspelled.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, get that red grid out of here. Get it out.
Not today.
You see him start to just turn to mist, and this entire like wall of force just fill with some sort of frozen smoke, but then dissipate again as soon as he just realizes he's in the same place, and he looks out at you, Australia. Okay, so that's his turn. He is stuck inside the wall of force. Grovard, you're up.
Okay, I will have one question. Topaz Dragon, what's their breath weapon? I forget.
Necrotic.
Necrotic damage. So, all right, cool. So I'm gonna use Step of the Wind. And I gotta take that off of my key points. He's featured. Step of the Wind. And then so that doubles my movement to 110, and I'm gonna move. Oh wait, I'm like using the ruler tool. How do I stop using that? I
Click
can't.
on the little person in the top left.
Oh, okay.
Or the square. The square is the selector. If it's on the ruler.
It won't go away. Oh, much easier. Just use control. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
You control drag. It does the same thing, but
Oh,
I will let you know. Okay, so because I can't do it, I'm gonna do a. Can you move me? I have 110 feet of movement. I want to move to the guy that's all the way in the corner by himself. Like I want to move like the bottom right space. I have enough movement for it, and I'm flying, so the water won't affect me. And I want to fly straight at him. But I can't move myself.
yeah, how much does it give you?
It doubles my movement with Step of the Wind, and I'm flying, so the water won't affect me, and so I have 110 feet of movement. So yeah, I just want to move
Alright.
right
Yeah.
to them, and then
Do a little kick off the top of the wall of force as they just look terrified underneath and manage to land right behind this guy.
I take out the longsword. I flip it upside down, and on the bottom longsword there's like a dragon's head. It opens up, and because it's the Topaz's Dragon longsword in this horde, it does necrotic damage for its like special attack. So out of the mouth of it does 8d6 damage of necrotic. So yeah. And I can only do it once a day. So it's 8d6. It's 8d6 damage. And it's a DC 16 dexterity save.
All right. Yeah, just target him and roll that attack.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't think I can actually do it on here. I just have to roll 8d6, but because it's the same thing with like all my other stuff with Fizzbands, it's just not in here.
No, actually, I had a look. All the Fizzband stuff is in there. I don't know what
Like-
you're talking about.
Like my Draconic Strike isn't in there either. Like it's supposed to be defined, but it's just not. I don't know what's up. I don't know.
Okay, but what are you rolling with?
It's an ability on my weapon.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, what program? Are you in Foundry or D&D Beyond?
Foundry, and it's on D&D Beyond. The ability's on D&D Beyond, but I'm in Foundry. I use Foundry to roll.
Okay, well then, yeah, roll whatever you need to roll. I don't know what.
Okay,
There's all automated systems for that you can swing that weapon. I don't understand what
it's not a swing.
it's
It's
not.
an ability that it has, and it's like not ability that is like when I use it, it doesn't have. Like I can't use the ability just on default. Like it makes the swing weapon, and then
So it's not part of an attack. Is that what you're saying? I don't.
yeah, it's not an attack. No, it's not. I did other formula. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so it's just as an action you can unleash a 30-foot cone. Okay, I see.
Yeah, and I have to roll a d6.
Okay, so you can roll 86.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Cool. That is the damage. All necrotic 27. You're gonna feel
Okay, he rolled a 19. So I think
he takes about oh he takes half. He takes half. That's what I
half. Yeah. Okay, cool.
damn, that was
So-
lame.
That is good though. That's the first one. The first time this one has been damaged. So how much? There was 27.
27 half.
That's half of that.
Would have been dope if that was like the last fight, but it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was confused about what you were actually using.
Yeah.
I thought that was just an ability of the weapon.
It is an ability of the weapon, but I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, but I thought it was like when you hit with the weapon. I thought
No.
that's when it triggered.
So,
That's cool.
cool. And that's it. That's all I can do, unfortunately.
Okay.
Damn.
All my dragon breath weapon animations have disappeared, but anyway. Then the Ronin. Okay, that one has escaped his. Okay, so it's back to the ones by Elias. This one is. He's going to move. And he's going to shout. Shira sends their regards as he casts another spell towards you, Grovad. I mean, Elias, sorry, keep mixing you up for some unknown reason.
I get it. We sound a lot alike. Our accents are similar.
Yeah, no, it's so similar.
What? I'm not American.
The offense. Like,
I like how sheepish that sounds. Like, I'm
Yeah,
not
I like how
American.
like actually hurt he was to be compared.
I'm not.
So upset.
Nope. I
It's really funny.
oh, okay.
I-
You made the save. You still take half damage.
evasion.
Okay, evasion.
I hate saying that I have evasion. He's like, guess what? You take half damage. Guess what? No, I don't.
It's like nope.
Okay, yeah. So, Elias, as you see him cast the spell, you see these shards of ice just stick up through the ground. These ice spikes, and you are able to evade them, just sidestepping, and they just barely miss you. As the monk next to you is also going to have to make that save. Let's hope. Okay, yeah, they are also able to duck and weave out of the way and use evasion because they're a monk, and that guy's turn is wasted as well. Cool.
Imagine how disheartening that would be. Like, take this. you get a good roll and it's just nah, fuck you.
Yeah, then you fucking matrix dodge all the ice spikes he's summoned from the ground. He's like reconsidering his options. He's like, he did warn me. I feel like I might have fucked up.
And I'm just going to call out again. I can't speak for certain, but more than likely, your friends have been executed. And unless you wish to follow the same suit, I'd reckon you should disarm yourselves.
Okay,
Hang on, did this guy get closer?
Yeah, so it's his turn now. So on your turn, you'll be able to say that and give me a persuasion. But he is
Wait, isn't it mine?
no, it's this guy. Well, wait,
It says it's
have I
my
got the right-
turn.
Oh, that's how it's always. It's like one red behind just this whole session. It's the person before the red right now. That's how
Okay.
it's been all session. Don't worry about it. I've been noticing you too. I didn't say anything.
Okay, no, sorry, it's the one. It's right before your
Okay.
turn is him and he is casting. Can you see the NPCs on the tracker?
Yeah, but it's just
No,
my
it's this one
boy
behind.
is
Okay.
lighting up red. Yeah. So, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's on his last legs. He's gonna attempt one more thing, and that ice in the spikes around you is just going to sort of melt and reform to try and grab you. I need you to make a strength save.
Hmm. $19. Is that?
Did it prompt you to do one?
I kind of jumped the gun slightly.
Okay, that's fine. You just click it again so that it goes through its cycle. But I will take the 19, which is a pass.
That's
Oh, one.
that's
Right,
the thing.
don't worry. I'll undo.
Ooh.
Yeah. So as the ice sort of comes to life and tries to melt its way around you, you are easily able to just uh, brush it off and deflect it to the side, noticing that it's the guy that is right behind you, and he's definitely regretting things right now. Yeah, as he tries to freeze you in ice, it doesn't work, and it takes us to your turn.
Well, yeah. So disarm yourselves, and you may live to see another day.
All right, you can give me again another either intimidation or persuasion.
Let's say persuasion. Well. I can hear the DM
Okay.
getting annoyed
Is
at
that another
this
20?
minimum.
No, I'm sorry, I was blinking.
Yeah, 20.
It was like angry silence. No.
Just rogue
No, but
things.
was that you got a 20 last time as well? Something.
Yeah, but
I know
I
you got
rolled a
21
3,
last
I'll be honest.
time. Oh, was that another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So,
thing I have proficiency.
so yeah, no, they definitely you're getting the message across now, and the other monks they just raise their weapons and offer the same threat, and yeah, you will see the guy behind you just sort of drop to one knee and he looks so defeated, like he's cast everything he had. He's taken two really bad crossbow bolts, and you can see that the guy behind you seems to be giving up, but the other two are looking back and forth at each other, and they still seem unsure. The dragonborn behind them has just got his fists raised to them. So, what else do you want to do?
Hmm. Well, but I'll raise my crossbow just at this guy and just say, last chance.
Yeah,
And I'll just see what he's like thinking.
Okay, so with that, give me the one more persuasion. This will be using your action though. It has a bit more. Oh, 19. You see him sort of lift his hands up into the air, like just gingerly holding his spear out to the side as though he's going to drop it, but lifting both his hands up above his head. He seems to be surrendering.
And the other guy?
The guy behind him, it's his turn next, so we'll see what he does on his turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like you've got at least 2 of them surrendering.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move just barely and ready. If he doesn't do anything but surrender, I'm gonna do the same thing. He's getting a bolt.
Okay, so you're training your crossbow on which one of them? Because you're intimidating
The one who isn't surrendered, like the last guy. The one furthest left.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and is that your turn?
Yeah. Just
Okay,
without
so-
running in that bit.
So then it will be on his turn. He sees you just shifting the crossbow over towards him, and he's going to throw what looks like some kind of a smoke bomb down at his feet, and he's going to create a cloud of mist. It'll trigger your readied action, so you can take an attack.
Just
Sorry.
regular
See if
or
one thing was- yeah, just regular.
Alright.
So why does it say disadvantage? I think that might be because there might be something in your way, so then it might be. But yeah, unfortunately, you see that crossbow bolt just soar into the mist as this freezing cold mist just emanates from all around him. This Dragonborn's going to have to make a save, but I don't think it's going to go very well for him. Yeah, he got an 11. Sorry, bud.
oh no.
Oh no, wrong one. As all 3 of them are engulfed in. Oh, and this one here also gets saved. Oh, exactly the same. Okay, so you see those 2 get frozen in ice. Well, when the mist clears, you will be able to see that. But currently, he basically has obscured himself. And I'm going to represent that by him going invisible.
Fuck.
However, because of where you are standing, you will see the mist get pulled out the door as you hear these footsteps clacking against the wood and then stopping. But sounds like he might have made an escape.
Oh shit.
And the other guy is currently obscured by the fog. So he hasn't been able to move, but the guy that was surrendering is obscured in that fog. It's all just mist there. And that's going to take us on to the one in front of you that just sort of screams out as she notices something has happened, and you see her instinctively run into the fog.
Shit.
And sort of disappear, but she's going to get a save.
Are you
She
kidding
thought
me?
she could do it.
God damn it.
That dumbass. Okay. And at this point, you hear again Hinaga roar, and Grovad, you hear in your head a telepathic message from Hinaga going, "Where are they?" And that's all you get from it. You'll be able to. Oh well, you can respond now.
Oh, I would just say by the river.
Okay. So down by the river.
And down to the river we dived. It's Bruce Springsteen number, I think.
Oh, okay. It's this one who has his concentration still hasn't been broken. So I kind of assumed Wall of Force doesn't disconnect you from your spells, does it?
Nope. Unless the spell is physical.
What do you mean disconnects?
Like it doesn't block your if you're concentrating on a spell outside. It doesn't.
No, only
No,
being
it doesn't. It doesn't do that. They can continue concentrate on their spells or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. That yeah. In that case, you see the wave coming down now. It's much smaller than it was, and is just crashing through. You hear a scream of a guard getting taken out by the wave as it just covers the temple. But that is his turn. Oh well, no, that's ongoing, and then he's also going to cast a spell, and you see him creating an ice cloud inside that
Counterspell.
Okay, cool. What level is a default counter spell again? 3.
Level 3. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then there's no roll. You counter spell it straight away as he just tries to.
He is out of range by 5 feet. A counter spell is only 60 feet.
God
Oh,
damn it.
really?
Yep.
Oh, I need to remember that.
And technically, if let's say you only need to speak, if you hold your hand over the mouth and the target is, let's say, lip reading to it, then yeah. There's many funny things with counterspell.
I will say, June, because you've got them trapped in your wall of force, and because the dice gods have been so cruel to you, I will allow you to make an Arcana check to try and just connect that power and get a little extra 5 feet. But the DC is going to be high.
Let's see if the dice gods are kind to me, or if I'm still cursed.
And the dice gods have willed it as you manage to counterspell his cloud, just reaching your arm out and stretching ever so far, but around the rock. You just managed to counterspell that one, as you and Australia once again team up to keep these guys at bay. I love this bard combo. All right, and his turn is wasted. Although, it still uses your action to cast the spell, right? If you're counterspelled.
Yeah.
But does it count as casting a spell? Like, can you cast a bonus action spell after that if you've been counterspelled?
No. If you cast if it's a
if
regular
you
spell,
you can if it's cantrip. Spell slot,
yeah.
Though.
Yeah, but
you
if
still
it's
use a spell slot, so however you view that.
Wait, what?
No, if you're counterspelled, you still use the spell slot, even if it's countered. The spell slot is used.
Yeah, a spell is still cast. He has to still go through all the movements. He has to do all this. He has to say all the words. He has to make all the movements. He's still doing it as best he can. It just gets counted at the last second.
Yeah, I suppose you're actually hitting him with an opposite force to kind of undo it. So yeah, that's cool. I just because Misty Step as a bonus action always confuses me, because it's a full spell. But that then he's stuck there. He's still concentrating on the tsunami, and this one up here next to you, Grobot,
Mm-hmm.
is very surprised at this wave of necrotic energy and is going to turn around and try and make a last-ditch attempt to knock you back.
Okay.
He-
Oh no.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw should prompt you there, as he just hits you right back with a cone of cold energy. Okay, that is a success. So you take half damage, and you are not frozen, but you do take that. What was that? Yeah, you took half of that damage, right? Yeah, that was 12. So
How much damage do I
yeah,
take?
you took 12 damage there. So you should
Okay, I'm gonna
be
take 6
down to
damage, and I'm gonna use my reactive resistance to give myself resistance to cold damage. I'm gonna take 6 damage.
Okay, nice. I will fix that on Foundry. You don't have to do anything.
No worries.
Okay. So you should be on, what, 79, like around there?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, not around there. What you should be
No.
on. Okay. Yeah, as he tries to flash freeze you with that, and then he's going to bonus. Can he bonus action disengage? That's a rogue thing.
He doesn't have to do that. My reaction's spent.
It's a good point, but I want to know. I forgot if they can dash as bonus action. I know the other two can, but not all of them. I should have just given them all the same. But he's going to either way. Then he's going to be able to run up north, and you see him running upriver and into the trees, just a little bit further upriver.
Okay. Is he the one concentrating on the spell, by the way?
Yes, he is.
Mm.
It only gets range dependent. I think it's just if you were to break his concentration, it would end. But the wave is nearly over anyway.
Mhm.
It's now dropped down to it's maybe just over 50 feet at this point because they used quite a big portion of it for that ice wall. So it's lasting one fewer turn. But yeah, Australia, that takes us on to you, as that one has made his escape.
Doesn't look like there is.
He's off of this map. You guys can, if you want to chase them, I will say that is an option. You can carry on chasing them, but bear in mind that's if you want to keep the fight going. So it's up to you.
Just getting a little bit closer to those, so and looking at them, and then well, nothing else to do.
Okay. Yeah, you see those two seem completely trapped. Oh, and actually no, that by the way, the guy with the tsunami is actually the one that's in the wall of force there. It's one of those two.
Okay.
So yeah. Jerry, you're up then. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll run forward, like about here, and I'll get on Spike, so it will be all of my movement. Spike will dash, so we have 60 feet movement left. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Sakura?
I think she's just gonna try and recover quickly. I mean, there's not much you can really do for things that I know. Wall of Force. Doesn't see any other enemies as far as I can tell. So I guess she's not gonna rush to get up or anything. So I think she's been like conscious again for like 6 seconds, so it would be unrealistic to say that she runs and attacks stuff, I think. So she's just gonna sit up and recuperate a bit.
I mean, you've also got a
sort
couple of
just
levels of
breathe.
exhaustion still, don't you?
I think it's just one. Yeah, just
Yeah,
one.
so yeah, I think it's been a hell of a long day, and you can definitely take that moment to rest. But yeah, you have been magically healed to the point that you can get up and move again if you want. But I'm happy to say you can take a break.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna sort of sit up and just breathe a bit after that, sort of look up at the cherry blossoms and appreciate that her dad is looking over her.
All right. In that case, June, it'll take us on to you.
Well then, so these guys aren't going to be going anywhere. I'm going to shout out to everybody. All right, you've got 10 minutes to figure out what to do with those two before that spell runs out. I'm going to go have a nap. I'm going to go join Sakura underneath the cherry blossom tree and just sit on the other side of the tree. And
Okay.
yeah, proceed to chill.
All right. Then that'll take us on to Z, who shouts back, "There's still a tsunami going on over there!" And she's just looking back through the hole in the wall and is like quite distraught, but cannot see. Yeah, she can't see what else is going on there. So, in that case, it is this one here, and he'll just turn and look at you all, and he'll say, "You don't have to do this. All we wanted was the money. We can settle this at the festival. Come on. We're just like you."
You just hear Juno from the distance. He nearly fucking killed two of us.
"I could have killed you if I wanted, but I chose not to." And he's just like out of breath, and you can see he looks quite defeated now as well. And yeah, he realizes he's caught. He's also just going to sort of stand there at this point. Grovard, you're up.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just move. God damn this fucking ruler. I probably should have reloaded, but I'll just walk up to them. Hold on. Oh, I can just WASD it. Did that fix it? Oh, it does. It's because I put a measuring thing there. Oh, I see. I'll go around to get to like here. So, hold on. Let me here, and then 1, 2. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bonus action Frightful Presence. And create it. And it's a 10-foot. It's 10-foot radius. It's created around me, and then I'll get the guy whoever's creating the spell to have to make a DC 18 DC 18 Wisdom saving throw, or he'll be frightened of me for 1 minute.
Okay. Now, does frighten break concentration?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
I just can't attack in there. I can't do anything about it.
We'll
So,
make
yeah,
them
yeah.
very persuasive, that's for sure.
Yeah. You said what is the DC? You got 17.
18.
Okay, so he just failed,
Yeah.
and yeah, he is definitely. He looks over at you and just drops back to the side of the wall of force and just puts his hands up and is sort of shaking. You can see fear in his eyes for sure.
Yeah, and then basically, if he moves at all, I'm gonna just follow his movement, and now I'm gonna be like, drop the tsunami now, or I swear to fucking God, I will kill you.
All right, you can give me another. Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Double 17.
It's the exact same time.
17.
Okay.
Like 3 17s in one go. I swear this dice roller, there's something about it.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna give a contested roll. Hold on, but he's got disadvantage because of. Yeah, he got a 7. So he goes, okay, I will. And yeah, he will. He says he will drop it on his turn.
Okay. Then I'll wait there, and then, yeah, I just wait for him to drop it.
Okay. Yeah, you see him sort of waving his hands around as though he is dropping. But it is first going to take us. Yeah, so it actually we see it from this perspective as this cloud of fog is just filling the room that you are in. You hear more footsteps, Gravard. I mean, Elias. It's because your turns are right after each other, is making it even worse. And you see that something move in the mist again.
Have you no honor?
You don't hear anything back, but you do hear the wave that is approaching, and you see it now coming towards you as it is just filling that part of the street, and you can just see it coming in towards all of this mist. But as it is coming in, it begins to dissipate, and you see the water sort of starting to calm as the other guy's dropping his spell. And as it is coming in close towards you, it has destroyed almost half of the temple, but it seems to be running out and just splashing down into the street. As the guy behind you, he just he has surrendered, and he is on his knees, and he puts his hands behind his back, or behind the back of his head, and he goes, "All right, just let them go. You can have me." He just like sighs. You see him breathe out some cold air, but he is no longer fighting you, and it is your turn.
Just walk up to him. Is it gonna... Hang on. I'll just ask him. Is honor important to you?
That is why we are here. Of course it is.
To you, not them.
Yes, I am doing this so that I can become a samurai. You are just... It was just a job.
You're not one of them. The river
sort of
then had
raises an
become nothing
eyebrow.
but thieves. Don't be like them. And then I'll just sort of get him up on my shoulder, and I would just walk him back to like the center of the temple.
Sorry, that's I think maybe the first time you've seen what all of them look like, because I forgot to show this picture. But one of them, yeah, he just goes, "You're not gonna kill me?"
I've promised you your life. I'll keep my word.
He bows, like in thanks, and yeah, you will be able to start leading him away as that tsunami sort of starts to run out just before it reaches you guys. But yeah, where are you heading to? You can move there. He will move with you.
Yeah, just it's fine. I assume they're out of combat at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is unless you want to give chase to any of the other Ronin that have escaped. I mean, you saw
Now,
that they might have run out the door, but if you're not chasing them, then yeah.
that mist is still there, isn't it?
Yeah, the mist is sort of starting to dissipate, and you see now the frozen bodies of the three monks that are standing there. But you imagine they may have not gotten that far.
Nothing can be done about that now. Nothing I can do anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just take him towards the center, just trying to keep in view of the other monk. Ah.
Okay.
Ah.
In that case,
Well,
yeah, in that case, these two are going to manage to get away as we exit combat. And this one dashes off into the trees. Yeah, those two have gotten away. Okay, right. So then all of these monks are frozen. I think, yeah, I think that brings us out of combat for everyone, actually. Unless you guys on the other side there are planning on chasing the Ronin.
Nope.
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, with that, we are out of combat. You guys have successfully captured 3 of the River Ronin. Well, the 3 that are under that wall of force, the 2 that are there are still begging to be let go, but they are no longer fighting back. And they have dispelled the tsunami. So yeah,
Now your PC can breathe. That's great.
yeah. So just delete that.
Who's gonna just like slowly get up and
quickly,
head.
can I just...
Sakura's just gonna get up and head towards June and ask if she also remembers a thing, but like telepathically.
Yeah, she sends a message back and says, "Yep, I don't know what that was, but it can't be good."
She agrees. She agrees, and she just continues walking past casually.
I will tell the people in the Ronin in the circle to strip down completely. I want to see butts. I want to see nothing. No,
And
I'm
Estrella will
kidding.
be leaning into Grovat and being like, "Oh, I didn't know you swung that way."
No, I want them to strip basically most like just the undergarments. And I want to see everything in the corner.
Well, you didn't even give them a pole to strip. Well,
the one in front of you, you can give me a persuasion check, but you see them both looking at each other like confused.
I mean it more intimidation, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can give me an intimidation.
Yeah. I'm equally as bad at, but you know.
Yeah, they with
I
that
can
they
just
look at
imagine
each
it's like
other.
a teen boy saying, "Yeah, take off your clothes now."
Wait, what?
You see them look back and forth at each other, and they both sort of have their hands up, but the one goes, "Okay, so we can't remove them all. They are what keep us breathing." And he starts like moving, like taking the cloak off of his shoulders, but then he holds up
Sakura.
his arm, and you see that the gauntlets he is wearing that are all covered in ice, and the mask that is over his face, they seem to be screwed into his jaw. Like most of the, he starts taking off the outer layer
Oh
of
no no
armor.
no! Sakura just like as soon as he takes off the cloak, she turns around.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to see naked people.
No, they're not literally naked. I said undergarments. I was joking the first time, but I'm saying I was just undergarments, just like like the undershirt, boxers.
She still like quickly like turns around and just like covers her eyes.
I just don't want to. I want them for
She's
sure to have no
ready
weapons on them. Disappointed. I want them for sure to have no weapons or anything. I want to make sure there's just nothing.
She's a 15-year-old. She doesn't want to see like grown-ass men without clothes on. Ew.
Hey,
I forgot about
June
that.
is currently crouching down and just watching this happen. She's laughing to herself.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out rope because it can't get any more kinky, and I'm gonna I'm gonna just hold it up, and then whenever the thing runs out, or whenever it's dispelled, I'm gonna tie him up.
They again sort of look back and forth at each other, and you can see that each of them has got a sword on their hip. They've got like little shuriken tucked into their cloak and into their armor. They seem quite well armed, but most of their actual armor seems to be like installed into their body. So they take off what they can. They sort of take off their breastplates, and they underneath you can see that their skin is just like burnt, but clearly from cold. Like they have
Frostbite.
undergone some sort of a ritual, but they place their swords down on the ground, and they just nervously look at each other and both get down on their knees and put their hands behind their head.
Okay. I'm like, you can dispel it now. If you could dispel it, please.
Yeah, while still crouching, Jean just snaps her fingers and it dispels. And she has an Eldritch Blast ready in case these guys do anything.
I want to kill them so bad, but I can't. I can't do it. Yeah.
Save it for later.
Yeah, I'll just walk up behind them, and then I'll just start tying them up. Yeah, and then I'll what I will do though is I will chain gang it, like chain gang it, and I'll tie them together so they're we only read. Oh. That makes me.
I mean, G does make a
Totally
good point.
unrelated. Can I just ask? What's y'all's alignment?
I'm lawful good.
Okay.
I'm not killing them. I'm saying
June is whatever alignment she
tying
feels
them
like
up.
being.
If I just murder them straight up, that'd be really bad. But I can't do that. I'll
Just
chain gang
them like samurai, man.
I'll chain gang them together so they're like tied with each other and they have to walk with each other. That's how I'll do it. And then I like tell them to like walk into the temple, and I'll follow them as they walk in. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely you start escorting them, and you will find that each of them was carrying a frost blade weapon. One is a wagazashi and one is a katana. So you can, if you would like to actually keep their weapons on you, you can add a frost blade, make it a scimitar or a long sword.
Okay.
Because that, yeah. Or a short sword, I suppose. As a monk, you could probably use that, but a wagazashi is sort of halfway between the two.
Sword. It's a scimitar and a what?
A long sword.
A long sword.
But a
Long
long
sword.
sword wasn't that a katana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then again, I
Alright.
don't want to like grab the Oriental Adventure and look, or
Alright.
the Ring of Five Things.
Yeah. And then yeah, I'll move them in, and I'll just escort them in. And then I guess I can't telepathically talk back to him. So yeah, I guess I have to wait on him to do what he's doing. I don't know where he is. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you can try and move if you're leading them somewhere, and you can.
Oh, okay. Okay. I would be leading them. Hold on. It would be like over here. It'd be like, yeah, it would be in the temple. Yeah.
Pretty sure the entrance is out this way in the front.
There's a hole in the wall. There's a
Oh,
hole in
yeah,
like
there-
two walls.
There-
I don't
there's
know where those
a
holes are.
Gravod-shaped hole.
Yeah, there's somewhere around here. I go whatever that is, and I lead them through that, and I like kick it open a little bit so it's easier to walk through. Yeah, wherever that
Yeah,
Gravod
just-
shaped hole is. We'll lead them through. Yeah.
Oh wait, why is this? I'm like, did I forget about one of the Ronin? But one of them's already been yeeted inside somehow.
I wonder, can't you just put the you have the rope and tether mod? I don't know how it works, but maybe just use that.
No, that's a visual thing more than anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by when I said chain gang. I'm not sure. I think that was an America only thing.
Of course, you could use if you have the mount up mod, then you could just have him mount them.
That really sounds like an American only thing, but I really doubt Europe did anything like that. But yeah, Europeans are everywhere else.
Yeah, I think everyone can picture what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. I don't know. It just sounds like a really American thing, chain gang. I don't know.
Did you say chain gag?
What?
They do it differently in Denmark.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I'll just lead them to the middle of the lobby over here, and then I'll like just make them sit in a corner.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I've tried to get them to auto follow you, but I think it's gotten itself confused. As you all manage to climb through this hole in the ice. Sakura, are you still just napping under the tree?
We shall join. Are they? Do
Okay.
they still not have clothes on? Any
Oh, no.
clothes?
They barely even took their shirts off.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
okay.
saying. I was just telling
You-
them to take off their armor. That's all I wanted. I just wanted them to take off their armor. That's all
I
I
think it's
needed.
very in character for Sakura to have, as soon as they started taking their cloaks off, just turn around and be like, no, no, no. But then when everyone starts leaving, you'll like, with your passive investigation, you'll have to just take a quick peek and realize, oh, they've got some horrible scars that you can sort of see on their skin, but they've just taken their breastplates off. It's like you've seen that in Toto more than you would care to admit.
Okay.
There's
then
always
I'm sure she'll
shirtless
follow.
samurai running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are lagging a bit.
Yeah, I just
I
wanted to
think,
That's,
call their,
yep.
their armor is like screwed into their forearms and shit, which is really creepy. But yeah.
Can I just ask, Longer, the guy I'm carrying, did he fully disarm himself when he got back there? Or...
No, he just surrendered. He's still got a sword on his hip. And you also have you saw him summon shuriken like from his hand. So I didn't think it was that important for you to disarm him because he seems like he can just use magic.
Okay. Oh, shit.
But yeah, if you want to take his sword, it's still on his hip. You can totally try and disarm him.
He's dead if he even tries anything, so there's no point. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it for the time being. Until we stop, at least. I'm also gonna just like these two in the corridor to my left and right. I'm just gonna shout at them. We have 3 casualties in the entrance. Go deal with them. Wait till they thaw out.
You see the one is like lying on the just against one of the walls, and you can see that like he's clearly injured his leg, but in what is that whole side of the temple is just basically collapsed. I might as well actually just delete the walls there, but I don't want to mess with it too much now. But he kind of nods, and the other one who he is one of the ones who was training, and he goes, "Casual, no, no," and he just runs around the corner to go and find his old training partner that he was with 10 minutes ago. And
Why am I seeing a giant dragon for some reason? Um,
I could only wonder.
I'm just reloading mine because it was bugging out quickly. So 2 seconds.
Yeah, WebGL may break.
Okay.
yeah, do you guys, if you're not going to be pursuing the Ronin further, do you want to take a 5-10 minute break here? Go grab some coffee and that.
reload pages.
Yeah.
I think I will have to finish on time tonight though, because I have like a very early morning tomorrow that I found out about like today.
What the heck was that?
Yeah. I also have to leave right on time as well.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll finish at 12, so in an hour, just under an hour. But I'm just saying, we'll wrap things up now over the next hour. But if you want to take a
Okay.
5-minute break here, just so that everyone can reload, do whatever they need to do, grab coffee or whatever, because
Yeah,
mine's
sounds
also
good.
lagging a lot. So I think let me try and switch some of this stuff off.
Well, to answer your question, that sounded like what's called a crystal glass that is vibrating. That's just my guess.
Yeah.
That sound came from your mic, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, exactly, and that's why I know, because I have a crystal
Well,
glass.
That's tough.
There's a spellcasting like move that I'm still waiting for someone to use. Cast Shatter by doing that with it.
Oh, I have Shadow. I just rarely use it now.
Is the game paused?
Not on the stream, at least.
Yeah, we're just waiting.
No, it's just frozen. I'm
My
Is
guess
it not doing
is,
anything?
Okay.
my guess is
Uh-oh,
that
you have lost connection to the server.
Yeah, it said that to me as well. I think that's a server-side problem. I don't think it's us.
Uh-oh.
either it's Foundry or it is not
I'm gonna
not
use-
Foundry, Forge, or it is just the WebGL that is breaking. Because I have
Yeah, I think it is that it has happened to me before where Forge has gone down, but it's never for more than like 5 minutes, so should be back by the time we're back.
Yeah, if I don't know.
I'll be back. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, no matter how much I wanted to kill those motherfuckers, I just couldn't do it. Oh my god.
Oh man, you should be happy you didn't play the Moon Warrior adventure. Then you'd have even harder killing them.
Yeah, but also there's I actually love that moment because like Z is trying to, yeah, this is what Daichi does. It's the normal thing to just, you either kill the thief, chop their hands off, or invite them into your army. Like, she seems to think that's completely normal. And for you, being who you are, I feel like making the opposite decision is pretty poetic.
Oh, nice. That'd be really fucked up. Yeah, me to chop their hands off. Yeah, that'd be a little bit. I mean, if the Topaz
Hey, man.
Dragon wants to chop his hands off, that's all him. I'll support that decision.
I mean, it is
I'm
with
not-
the times, right? It's not might not be normal for us in this timeline.
Well,
but
Wait a
last
second.
time I
I'm
was
saying-
like, yeah.
I'm saying that's just not my decision to make. That's the Topaz Dragon.
I'm just
decision to make.
wondering, like, don't they chop off like one of your hands in what's it called in Arabia or something?
The Middle East does do
Yeah,
that.
Middle East. Yeah.
You can see
Yeah, there's
those
lots of
videos.
places that do that, but it's there's a certain brutality to that which I think even in samurai times that you're talking about these are moral questions that are going to come up a lot in the game, and I think we've all committed a few war crimes in D&D. There's like I'm going to leave the options open to you guys. You can do what you want to do, but they will have consequences regardless of if you're choosing the good thing or the bad thing. Like both of them are going to lead to different arcs of the story. Like now choosing to catch a couple of them and not give chase has determined that like the world will remember that in a way,
Miso will remember that.
Well, the Ronin that got away will remember that for sure.
Unless
And maybe not to fuck with you
Oh,
again,
no,
or
no,
maybe
no.
want revenge. Who
Yeah.
knows?
just before I say this, have everybody here played the Walking Dead from Telltale, at least the first season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Good.
think so. Long time ago.
Good, because then if I say like, if you remember the one where it's like, well, remember this, and then they just get shot instantly in, I think it's episode 3. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah. I might end up doing that from time to time, but I'll try not to. No,
I don't
it's
think I
more
can
subtle than
keep-
that. I think it's just the way the story goes as well. Like that's the story you're telling. It's going to be a different. It's more in terms of character development. Like if Grovard starts cutting people's hands off, that's probably going to lead you down one path as opposed to choosing mercy. That's the point of the game.
And suddenly I imagine Grobot turning into a lizard man, because that sounds like lizard man behavior.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not like Daichi at all.
Illuminati.
I'm not like Daichi. I won't fucking murder these boys, no matter how much they deserve it.
Yeah,
But
I
I'd
don't
like to
think I can call
imagine-
myself lawful neutral anymore.
Me?
No, myself.
Oh.
That I must commend you. That I did not think Elias was going to make it out of that little situation there, and then you turned things around on him so badly. Just like, come at me, bro. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the second he said, yes, come follow me into this room, I'm just like, that's bait.
Guess what, idiot? You shouldn't have just. That's what Elias says. Guess what, idiot? Choose non-dex spells, bitch. That's what I.
Huh?
Don't choose dex saving throws, bitch. Fucking
To
idiot.
be
Ronan.
honest, I was scared because, I don't know, from my perspective, ice is one of the worst things to fight. Especially as a dex user.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, that I was impressed. You guys got through. Other than June, you guys got through some quick moves there.
Yeah,
Oh, and
sorry,
Sakura.
June.
And Sakura.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sakura, I think that's more of an accumulation of remember, this is the same day you guys found the dragon tip.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
why
been,
you guys
like,
were
how many
losing that
weeks?
fight.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wish I had like a long rest. I was like, I was looking at all my abilities. They're like, it's per long rest, and I was like, fuck.
See, this is why I'm not a spellcaster.
No, I still have like plenty of spell slots left. I was gonna cast Chain Lightning, and they were just all gonna get zapped. But then I like went to sleep.
Sakura got tired and went to bed.
I mean, look, she does usually have at least one level of exhaustion.
The
Yeah, that-
insomniac.
No,
like
no, from like so she can just kind of decide whether someone passes or fails a throw. Like if someone fails something or passes something, she can just be like, haha, no, turn back time and like rewrite it the way that she wants.
Yeah,
But
if
that's a level of
Sakura-
exhaustion each time.
And then
Yeah, Sakura's got.
and then I just
Sorry.
imagine someone being a troll like, nope, it is my way
Sorry,
or the highway.
what were you saying?
we're all speaking over each other. That's fine. I was saying that when Sakura's got circles under her eyes, it means she's been rewriting reality.
Yeah.
I like how you.
So yeah,
described- Go ahead. Sorry.
the 15-year-old with 24 intelligence who can rewrite time. Really great. Good vibes.
I liked how he described it when he did like the lesser ability, where it, like you just get a reroll. He's like, you see time go, and then she gets blasted by ice, and then time rewinds, and then she just gets blasted by ice again, and then she falls unconscious again.
Yeah, ironically, that's not the first time that's happened.
I will remember
that's
that.
Let's just say that that's how Matt's first character died.
Mm-hmm. Except way worse.
I was
way
trying to
worse.
help.
Person you
I
killed
was
like
trying to-
3 times or something.
Yeah, so let me just count that. Fail, reroll, pass, then fail, reroll, fail. Yeah, 3 times. You attend to mush by radiant damage. As a goblin.
It
was pretty rough.
I played a 3-shot with a couple friends, and that the lesser ability, I'm because I really wanted to play the wizard, and I got to be in a high level wizard game, which is awesome. I didn't have to go through the grind of the lower levels, and I did it where every time he used the lesser ability, he would vomit. And then when he used that like major like I think it's 14th level because we were 17, level 17, and he would vomit blood whenever he used that ability, and he would gain a level of exhaustion. And it was really cool, and he died because of it because I used it too much because I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Sakura's smart enough not to use it 6 times.
Who knew rewriting the fabric of time would be so tiring?
It was. I did it to save another character because he was gonna die. Is my final thing. It was either I die or he dies. I was like, fuck it.
Give him
whatever.
a healing potion.
No, he was being no. So the save was whether he was gonna get a strength save to be just crushed in half. He was falling in between 2 walls and they're gonna crush him, and he failed the strength save to maintain his thing, so he's gonna die. And so I was just there, and I rewrote time, and so to make him pass, and so he like pulled himself up, and that killed me. I vomited my last bit of blood, and then he was able to pull himself up and not be crushed, and that's how I died. It was cool. It was pretty cinematic. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, no, if it's for heroic sacrifice, then.
Yeah, it was dope. I was doing it the whole time because he was like, "I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna send everything at you." It was really difficult. It was a hard 3-shot, but it was a ton of fun. But yeah, I was using it throughout the days and doing that, and I'd like to play that character, but in a longer campaign for like to see long-term effects of using that to such a ridiculous degree. I think that would be cool. Or if I DM a campaign have someone else play it and then go through that. That'd be cool.
Well,
think
maybe
Sakura-
Grover can just try and keep Sakura alive. Make sure she doesn't use it too much.
True. I think she tries not to use it unless she has to, like unless it's really important, like tea. She can never fail at making tea.
She auto passes any tea ceremony.
I feel like she should, at this point.
It's
Like
funny.
plus study to tea making.
It's funny. I actually think one of the races, I think it is in it's called Corpus Angelus, has like plus like some proficiency to tea making, and I was like, yep, that's Sakura. That's clearly Sakura.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, she doesn't.
I was going to say, speaking of which, shall we get back into the session as you guys have successfully captured some things? Maybe you can go sit down for another cup of tea. As Sakura, I see you still sitting out there by the tree. Are you back on the map?
Ah, yes. Let me come move myself.
It's my Tyome.
It's already
Nice.
been wine time, apparently.
Nice.
Okay, there. So you've.
I think
Are you
there's
guys
an
hearing an
ad
ad?
in our music.
Yeah, is that a Raid Shadow Legends ad?
I've never heard an
Raid
ad in a
Shadow Legends.
music bot.
I swear to God, I heard Raid Shadow Legends, and if I did, I'm
Might
really
have been
sad.
from someone's mic.
No, it was the music bot.
Oh,
It's drawing from YouTube, so maybe that's how they're getting around not getting shut down. I don't know.
Technically
Anyway.
not,
Aw.
since according to YouTube's term of service, they can't actually like send anything like where it's only
Okay, so then
audio.
that's working.
You need to have the video also.
There we go.
Sakura, if you right click on June, you should be able to click mount. And it will
Really?
reflect June's carrying you around.
Stray, don't do it. I know what you're gonna do. I see you typing.
No, I can't. Oh wait, what was it? I think I targeted June, like double right clicking.
Maybe
I
the
don't think I
mount thing
can
doesn't
mount
work
with
anymore.
it.
The option has disappeared. I think maybe the module has.
I
Broken.
think only like the DM can do the mounting thing. At least that's how it is on mine. Because I was like, that's disappointing, and that's why I removed the Foundry mount up in favor of just having token C and token attacher.
Wait, no.
Inside me, what the hell?
I guess what I do is I go around looking at the damage of my home. I'd go looking around, see what's up.
Okay.
Checking out monks and stuff. I just like go around doing that. Bro, some of these monks are like, fuck these monks. All right, y'all weren't involved at all. Y'all were just
But-
sitting in this corridor.
No,
Close the door.
He's under rubble. Sorry, that guy was taken out by the tsunami.
Oh,
He's just lying there, and like, oh, what are you? Like he says, missing teeth. And there's like just a piece of the wall lying on him, and he's like,
okay. I'll go up
Bro's
to
just
him.
fucking.
No, I'll go up to him and I'll like pull off the wall off him. I didn't know it was just all rubble over here.
Yeah, that whole side, like the whole left side of the temple, has basically been wiped out. The middle part has mostly survived, but like that entire corridor where Astrea and Sakura are standing is basically destroyed. That whole
Oh,
side.
all right, I'll walk up to him over here,
Should
then
here
I
this
will-
way?
try and pull the rubble off of him.
Okay, you can give me an
Suckers.
athletics check.
I swear this natural one is coming. I can feel it.
Yeah, Sakura's just
Nope,
going
nope.
around looking for June. She lost her. no idea where she went. So she's just like going around. She's like prancing around in fox form, just like making cute
Playing
fox
tag with
noises
the
again.
video,
So that hopefully June hears her cute fox noises and comes out of hiding.
Oh, okay. Nice work, June.
And the stray will go
Okay, so-
over to like Grovat and like whisper, "Do you even live, bro?" And give guidance.
Oh, so
Elias,
yeah.
you see this little fox come running past you, just busy barking and squeaking as you're busy escorting your prisoner. Where are you taking them?
Just to, well, I'm gonna go up, and then I assume I'm just gonna see Astrea and June just there.
Oh, is there June?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
no, I don't know that. She continues making her rounds. She must be in one of these. Oh, she found
Conveniently
someone.
going towards June.
Oh,
Wait.
she kind of like finds you over here. Just like
Mhm.
looks up at you, but you're not June, so
Have you moved, Elias? It looks like
Yeah, I've moved up.
inside
we go,
this
there.
room.
I can see it now. I just couldn't. I think it was lagging because I was like, "How can you see June
Yeah.
and Australia from where you are?" But yeah, you all sort of reconvene there, and the topaz dragon you still haven't seen anyway. But you guys have got your prisoners. Are you leaving? Did you say you were leaving the two Ronin in that room, or are you bringing them with you, Grover?
I brought them into the middle, and then I'm gonna set them like I'll set them next to those like red fence things over here. Yeah, like I
Okay,
just set 'em down there.
yeah, Shinto Gate. Yeah, okay. So as you're doing that, you are now trying to lift this beam off of this guy. That like it's a whole part of the wall, basically the paper and two beams, and you all see this as Grovad seems to be struggling and not able to quite get it off of him.
Oh my god.
Can I? I'm just gonna leave this running here. Can I have him stop following?
um.
He's not following anymore.
Okay.
I don't.
Once I
Yeah,
failed,
then
like lifting it, I'm like, God damn it! Can we get Jerry in here?
do you need a hand?
Where's Jerry at? Yes, thank you.
I'll,
Please help me.
yeah, just give a hand. Just a raw strength.
Athletics, he said.
Alright.
Ah, thank you. I love how much energy they have running around after almost dying.
you know.
Stop it! You're taking inside of my token, goddammit.
Okay, wait. Can you both just stop for a second, please?
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Sorry, you can carry on chasing each other around.
Cool.
So, Elias, you managed to help Grovad lift up this wall, and the two of you drag this guy out from underneath it, and he seems very thankful but very groggy and badly hurt.
And then I'll go over to like these monks and start dragging them out. And I'll just start rescuing and pulling people into the middle.
Okay. Yeah, this one also seems like he took a couple of hits, but you are able to over the next couple of minutes start helping everyone out, and as you are doing this, as you start helping up a couple of the guards and things like that, and people are starting to recover and look at the damage, you hear this sort of laughter coming from somewhere down south as Hinaga has seemingly returned, and he goes, "Oh, I kind of like what they've done with the place. You all alive?" And you see him leap up into the air and come bounding
No.
down into the, flapping his wings as he lands down in the Zen garden behind the Ronin and just bears down over them.
And since I can see him, I'm just gonna send him a message and being like, "We all died."
He responds telepathically and says, "You look pretty good for the dead ones. Why are they still alive?"
I figured it wasn't my choice, sir. It is your choice what to do with them. It's not my obligation.
Well, that was very kind of you. They somehow managed to sneak a frost giant into the lair below, but I took care of him eventually. Frickin' bastard kept standing back up. I thank you for saving those you could. I think the rest of them are off to Nishisawa. I can feel the coins moving. But never worry about that. You all haven't come here to defend my monastery. I'll deal with these three. Please, make yourselves at home and get some rest. I do very much appreciate what you have done here today, and I will see if I can find a few trinkets in my hoard that maybe I could send along with you as thanks.
Can I ask, like, out of character, what's his name?
Hinagi.
Yep,
Yeah,
my bad, I missed that. Wait, would it be wise to ask him, like, just say Hinagi while talking to him?
Yeah, I don't think it would be an issue.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I don't know if this thing of, like, disrespect. Yeah. I'll just say to him, Hinagi, this one, and just pointing at Longer, surrendered on the condition that his life be spared.
Sorry, say again. I missed that.
Yeah, I'll just say, just.
Sorry, that was delayed
Yeah.
as well.
Just point, just like gesturing to Longer. This one has offered surrender on the condition that his life is spared. He has shown his honor. Please repay with your own.
And who are you? You pointing to the Ronin
Yeah,
that you
Longer.
captured, right? He'll nod and say, yes, I think I understand why these little fools tried what they did. They're in the same boat as you see, trying to become samurai. Isn't that right? And you see Longer he nods his head and says, yes, my lord, we only needed money to enter the tournament. I'm sorry, and he just waves his hand on the end of his wing. He says, yes, it has gotten increasingly expensive these days to sponsor yourself in these kinds of tournaments. But perhaps the rest of you could win back that money of mine that they stole when you go. I will be eagerly watching everyone's performance. It could be fun. He just looks at the party just over the heads of the Ronin and like tries to suss you all out. Does anyone
Quietly
look
nods.
vaguely interested in that?
Wait, in what?
He's saying that
The
you could
fuck's,
probably find the River Ronin at the Gempuku Festival for a rematch, and
Oh.
he thinks that that's where they're going, and that's why they were robbing him.
Astrea looks a part of him very disappointed as he was like, oh, is he gonna sponsor us so we don't have to be sponsored by Daichi? And then
The
realize
fox,
what it means and is like, nah, disappointing.
The fox looks up from stretching on Jun's shoulder, sort of like cocks her head a bit. So yeah, she looks kind of interested.
You see, as he's sort of looking down at you, he stands up straight and he begins casting control water and just pushing. He starts slowly moving his wings, and the water that is sort of around your ankles at this point begins flowing backwards and back over the wall and through that hole that you made back towards the river. And he just seems to be doing this as he's sort of moving his shoulders and speaking with you.
Mm.
Sakura mentally asks him whether he minds if she accompany him for a while.
Oh, please, I would love to have you stay the night. I look forward to thinking what we could rebuild after all of this destruction. He looks genuinely excited as he says this. I'd also like to find out where you lot got giants. And he just pokes the one in the chest, and they just look at each other nervously. But they nod as if they'll cooperate. But then he looks back up at the rest of you and says, "No, I know Grovard brought you here so that we could discuss those matters we were talking about. Apologies for my paranoia as well. That tea's not quite what I was expecting. But you all came here for your water rings, am I right?"
Indeed.
Nod.
Yeah. Nod, and Sakura does also mention, because I don't think she can speak as a fox, so she just mentally mentions that she's sorry about the tea. She didn't think it would go that badly.
Yeah, he is a gem dragon, which you are learning very very comfortable with telepathic communication, and will say, "Oh, don't worry. I'm afraid your tea supplies may have gotten a little bit destroyed in the flood, but I think I might have something in my lair that could make up for it. Please, if you would all stay the night, I'm sure there will be plenty of time for you to engage in tomorrow's shows for the Water Ring, but you should probably rest before that." And he just looks you all up and down, most of you sopping wet and probably in need of some rest.
Require
Yeah.
sustenance.
Sorry?
No, don't worry.
Something about sustenance.
Oh, food. If you're hungry, I'm sure we could whip something up. I'll just ask one of the monks. And he just walks over and he turns, and you just see him stare down towards their entrance and see the bunch of frozen monks. One of them just like crying over the other, and he goes, "Oh, well, perhaps not. I will fabricate something for you. I think there are matters I must attend to, though. Would you mind tying these lot up? You can just tie them here to to one of these stones. I will deal with them in time."
Definitely do that for you.
Yeah,
Very well.
I'll proceed to doing that. Yeah, I'll time that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be helping, and I'll be purposely putting them in the most uncomfortable position possible.
Spare the one near death. He's got 2 hit points left.
Nope, I'm not sparing. I will agree with you on that. I will.
Well, I'm just worried if you toss him with him a bit too much, he's just gonna pass away right there.
Well, it's just be really uncomfortable. It's gonna be in a weird stretching position, something like that.
He may like that.
Basically, in a place where his one foot is his leg is underneath his other leg, so it just becomes dead. And if he can't actually move it to actually get comfortable again. The best type of torture.
Yeah, and then I'll tie them up. They're all tied together. Legs are tied together. Hands are tied together. Just and then I'll tie him to the rock, I guess, because he said tie him to the rock.
Okay. And as you can give me a sleight of hand check as you tie him to.
Sleight of hand. Oh, there it is. Heck yeah.
Okay, yeah, and as you secure him to this rock, you see that as you tie the rope around it, you see the rock glow for a moment. Well, the rope actually glow, but as this energy emanates from the rock, and then you see the sand around their feet just move and like coil itself around their feet and solidify around their ankles. As you see earthbending versus waterbending right there. But they are secured now, and you manage to seat them all down around the rock, and it doesn't look like they're going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay with them for the time being.
Juna's going to start looking around for a bed or some place where everybody can lodge for the night. Yeah, I know everything's
Sakura
pretty wet
just
at the moment.
Sakura just chills on his shoulder while she does this. She just looks around while they're walking.
And then Gurvad will go over to this frozen man over here and try and unfreeze him a little bit with his fire hands. Try and warm him up.
Okay, yeah, you'll see the guard that is standing next to him, very worriedly looking at his friend, and he will assist you to give you advantage, but you can give me a medicine check, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So with that, you begin to thaw this guy out, and you see as you sort of heat this ice, and slowly, it's kind of like watching someone do Reiki, and you just do this bit of a qigong, moving his chakras around with underneath the ice and heating it with your draconic strength. He eventually is unthawed with a nat 20, and you see him gasp and look at you just terrified as you start thawing out the rest of his body, and he's just incredibly thankful, but entirely alive, a little bit hurt, but no longer petrified.
Nice. I'm just gonna be looking around and see if anyone else is frozen, and then that's what I'll be doing. Oh, that man is. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this guard is also looking at another frozen guy over there.
Yeah, I guess Sakura kind of ponders whether she should help the frozen dudes. But I feel like her approach wouldn't be very safe. Like a fireball.
Yeah. Maybe at like a farther distance, but maybe like
Oh, I like Sakura's approach because you can't hurt if you're dead. I think.
That's overlooking a few things.
medicine with advantage again, or no?
Yeah, this guard will also be helping you, so another medicine with advantage.
Horrible.
Okay, yeah, an 18 is enough to start thawing him out, but he won't be fully thawed. This is going to take you a good 10 minutes for this one. There's this one also. There is a bigger issue with this one, is that he got knocked backwards and after being frozen, and his arm is kind of cracked and it's not entirely attached to the body, so you're not entirely sure what will happen if you unthaw it completely. You'll probably need to apply a tourniquet before you actually thaw out the whole arm, so this is going to take you a bit more time.
Okay, no worries. That's what I'll be doing.
Cool. So while you guys are doing that over there, what's everyone else doing?
Yeah, like I said earlier, June is just looking around for a good place to lodge for the night because everything's very wet. So she will look
Sakura's
for a
still on
dry.
her shoulder, but I don't know where June is. But
Back
she is
by
still
the
on her
garden.
shoulder.
Back by the thieves.
Okay.
You
Sakura
went a
has
bit
been
too
lost.
far.
Sorry, I tried to move you as well.
Maybe we need
There we
that.
go.
Maybe we need that meter thing that I showed you.
Oh my
So-
gosh, June!
Stop moving inside my token.
No!
You can be next to it, just not inside.
Fine, but then I need to be like there because I'm on your left shoulder.
Fine, just stay on my left shoulder.
On your left shoulder, 5 feet away.
Yeah, you know, that's why it doesn't make sense. 'Cause I'm just like floating on your left shoulder.
Broad shoulders.
It seems.
Very broad shoulders.
Very broad shoulders.
June's just in
Yeah.
a constant T pose, that's it.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
This sounds like a very fucked Gmod animation.
I'm not. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about that. June's just constantly T posed wherever she goes, where everyone else is fine.
I'm just imagining it's now Gmod, and she doesn't have an animation when she moves. She just walks around. She just moves
Yeah.
in T-pose.
Just like.
Glides.
I like to think that, the fox is very high quality animation. Like, you know, like the sounds are right there, hops on. And
Like
then,
it's it's
Yeah.
a Pixar movie, but
yeah, and then it just shows the T pose, just sliding, just the roller skate across the floor.
Yeah, and while she's sliding, like animations of like stretching and everything on the shoulder. You know, great
It's just
animation
like
of the fox.
it's
But
just
they
a
just put
rotation of the
no-
axes. Like
By the way, it's like no turning either. June only faces one way, and then if she like
yeah.
goes left, he literally just goes
It's like
left.
what, like prop huns.
Yeah, like prop hunt.
Oh, God.
This is what you get.
Uh,
Let her be on your
The
space.
most important part is the sound design. Every time she moves, it makes like the sound of ice sliding on just sliding.
I was
on,
thinking like
That's too
rock,
high quality.
two like bits of rock churning against each other. Like
That's even
What
better.
What about while she's sliding? There's like actual footsteps, but it just doesn't show it. Like there's footstep sounds. There's just her walking. June sliding.
All right,
up.
we're getting off track again, guys. Let's
Okay.
respect.
Alright.
So where are you guys going to spend the night? Are you going to sit down for a rest? Because at this point, it's almost about 7 o'clock at night, and yeah, can you believe it's still that early?
Yeah.
But there is the one side, the whole left side of the temple is basically destroyed, but the right side, there is still plenty of space for you to go and use if you like.
Jin is going to be looking for a nice dry area for the body. Mostly dry area.
I'm just gonna wait till everyone sort of dissipates.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys can move to wherever you'd like to go. The most of it is actually becoming dry now after the Topaz Dragon has moved all of that water that came in with the tsunami, has basically left by itself with his magic. And it is starting to heat up here and get kind of dry again. You will know that to the north, on the right side of the temple, is is the path to the water ring, and then there is another set of rooms like the ones that you were in to the south on the north. I mean on the right side. So yeah, you guys can move wherever you're going. Is there anything else you guys want to do here with the Ronin, or before you move on?
Probably have someone keep watch over them.
Yeah, I'll be here. Just vibing.
Well, since Estrella doesn't need to sleep, she just sits down at the where she currently is, finds her book and some wine, and then is starting reading, and then is like looking up and is like finding another cup and pouring something into it, and is like, so you guys want something? I want some of this. And she holds out this cup with red liquid in. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you'll see they still just looking a bit scared, and the one in front of you just shakes his head slightly. But yeah, you can easily rest up against the little Tory gate that you were sitting next to.
Estrella. Estrella?
Yep.
Can I have a second with them, please?
Sure you. She just let's see. She just walks a little bit like there and sits there.
You see Z in the corridor, and she just sort of chases after you, Estrella.
Alright. And just I'm gonna crash down next to Longer and just what hand does Shira have in this?
They said you needed to be taken care of. And he like nods to the other guy who he like shuffles and tries to get something out from one of his pockets, and he pulls out a small origami bird that seems kind of crushed at this point, but he offers it to you, and he says, we received that about 5 minutes after you arrived here.
I'll just smile and nod, just thank you.
Look, it was nothing personal, man. Shira pays good money.
I don't mind.
All right, and he just like sheepishly lowers his head. So do you take the bird that he's offering you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are you gonna unfurl it? It looks like there is a message written on the inside.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you unfurl it, it is an order. It is a contract, and it has got your name and a description of you. It is a shinobi contract. You've seen millions of these, and it is an assassination contract.
I'll just stuff it in my pocket. Just hold on to that. And well, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit back down on the steps and just wait it out.
Wait, like an assassination contract to have him killed, or for him to kill someone?
No, that's my head.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bounty on
Wait a second. If
on
it
the
is
lines.
his head in the contract, then how is he breathing if that is in the contract?
Oh my god.
You know, I probably should have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, never mind. I was gonna say I probably should have just kept the money I was meant to pay for my freedom, but I just realized I didn't actually pay any. I just got them their son back.
Yeah. It's like that moment of like, fuck, I should have asked for the money anyway.
Yeah. Same treatment. Blech.
Yeah, but it does become apparent that Shira obviously thinks you probably knew too much, and you can probably understand why. And it is
Yes.
rare that people just walk away from the Shira Corporation. So
I can understand it, but now they have made an enemy.
indeed.
These dudes are like what is it?
Yakuza?
Yasuka? What is it? Yeah, that's a Yakuza.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well,
So
I was thinking maybe somebody had a sense of honor among them. No. Apparently
Alright.
not.
So with that, everyone goes off to find a place to rest for the night. And am I right in saying you're all going to go find a place to long rest?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then we can go ahead and do that. As everyone goes and takes a long rest. Jerry, what are you up to? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, I probably just went to sleep immediately after he said that the trial for the ring will be tomorrow after we rest.
This mouse is dead set on that ring. God damn.
He is a mouse of determination.
You missed the chance for alliteration there. You were so close. I thought you were gonna do it. I thought you were gonna say mouse on a mission. The alliteration was so close.
It was a missed opportunity. I feel bad now.
So then, in that case, as if everyone is taking a rest then for the night, at some point, a monk will arrive to bring you some food, and as you were all set up in one side there on the right hand side of the temple, and we will rejoin you guys tomorrow morning to hopefully go and attempt your water ring. They will tell you that you guys should prepare yourselves. You should get some sleep, and thinking about alliteration, probably not a bad idea, as the Topaz champion has asked you to meet him in the morning so that he may give you some gifts as thanks for helping him out today. But tomorrow the shows will begin, and we are going to do something a little bit different.
Alright. Dope.
I think that is where we're going to end things for tonight.
It's a nice
Alright,
place to
thank
end.
See you later. Thank you for the fun. I gotta go. Bye.
Indeed.
Goodbye.
I'm in.
Cool. I'm gonna have a very early morning tomorrow, so I'm gonna head off. But thanks for the game; it was very, very great. Yeah. See Dev tomorrow. The rest of you
Next week.
in a week. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
See ya.
Cheers, Sakura.
Bye.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
yeah,